That's it. Feed your eyes right there on that squad list. Sporty greetings to you and welcome to my channel. Good to have you guys join me once again. It's been a minute. I've been missing for like 2 days. Welcome wherever you are in the world watching me, hearing the sound of my voice. It's always a delight to have you join me on my channel to talk sports, entertainment, and so much more. But you know, this is the season for the Afcon. There's so much going on. And so I'll talk about it. We've been asking questions. Where is the squad list for the Super Eagles? Sékou Chelle, what's going on? Nigeria Football Federation, what's going on? And now with just 10 days to the commencement of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, it's the 31st edition, and Morocco will be hosting Nigeria. We finally have a squad that will represent the country. I know you guys know, but just in case you don't know, we'll be breaking it. We're breaking it down tonight on this show. So welcome on board. You know the ritual here. Tell me, where are you watching me from? Where are you watching me from? I want to know. I love showing love to my people from all over the world. I know when I come on by this time, my guys in the United States of America, Canada, and Australia, they come around to show me love. So tell me, where you watching me from tonight? It's 10:23 p.m. in the United Kingdom. That should be 11:23 p.m. in Nigeria. Tell me, where you watching me from? Let's talk about the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Coach Sékou Chelle has released his list, his squad for that. It's big for Nigeria. It should be big because the Super Eagles missed out of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. So what can they do at this Afcon? A lot of conversations. 5 new faces, 5 newbies in that squad that was released by Sékou Chelle. And that has actually led the conversation all over the different social media platforms. I hear people saying, oh, what's going on? Why is this one missing? I guess someone's still saying, why is Benjamin Fredericks missing? Benjamin Fredericks is injured. If you've been following my channel, you would have known that, that Benjamin Fredericks is injured. But hey, it is what it is. Let's get into that conversation. Let's break it down. Let me put that so it starts scrolling for you to see, just in case you're just joining. Welcome on board. Tell me, where are you watching me from? I love knowing where my guys, are joining from. We're going to have an interesting conversation tonight. I'm expecting some persons to join us, and when they come, we'll get right into it. So if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. The list is already scrolling. On TikTok, welcome. On Facebook, welcome. There's so much going on tonight, and we're going to break it down. So don't go anywhere. If you get into the live stream on YouTube, please share it. Share it, like the video, share it, let it go around. Say, Austin is talking about the squad list, for the Super Eagles. And let's do it together, I'll be here for about 3 hours. I love it so much when you guys get to join the conversation, put some broader perspective into it. But first, when you get in, particularly if you're watching me on YouTube, like the video, share the video, drop your comments. And when you get into that, that time where I want you to join, get into it. And let's talk about it. You already know. It is scrolling. But let me just bring it up so you get to see it properly, just in case you don't know. That's the squad. 28 Super Eagles for the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations that will take place in Morocco. It's been tagged Morocco 2025. TikTok, unfortunately, you cannot see the list, but I'll read it out so you can hear me, And if you want to join, hurry up, come to YouTube, Proudly Austin. That's where everything will be going down. I'll play you highlights. You see the Super Eagles in training. We'll break down the 5 new players that have been invited into the team, all of that. So let's get straight into it. The goalkeepers. The Stanley Nwabali plays his football with Chippa United in South Africa. We were worried. Is Stanley Nwabali injured? Because his coach just last week was saying that, look, it doesn't look good. So I'm thinking Hope they're not rushing Stanley Nwabali. If he's not fit, then he's not fit. But a major conversation out of the goalkeeping department is Maduka Okoye. Everyone is asking, why is Maduka Okoye not in the list? Why is Maduka Okoye missing? Maduka Okoye said he wants to focus on club football. I don't know. There must be some more conversation in there. That's what I will investigate. I will talk to some people tomorrow in Italy, people close to Maduka Okoye. I want to know why at this time that we really need him, he's not part of the team. So that is one talk that we should keep. We should just keep it. I need to know what's going on. So no Maduka Okoye, no problem. Amas Obasoge plays his football with Singida Black Stars in Tanzania. So he knows Tanzania so well, and they'll be playing in the same group with Nigeria. So maybe that might just be something for us. And then this one is making a return to the team. Y'all know him, but just in case you don't, Francis Uzoho plays his football with Omonia FC in Cyprus. He's back. Yes, Francis Uzoho is back to the Super Eagles, and he will be going to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. Let's start talking about it. You know the goalkeepers. Let's get into the defenders. You know this one's a regular. Calvin Bassey plays his football with Fulham FC in England. There is Oluwasemilogo Ajayi, also plays his football in England with Hull City. He's also a regular with the Super Eagles. Bright Osai Samuel is also there. Bright Osai Samuel plays his football with Birmingham City right here in England. Also, Bruno Onyemachi plays his football with Olympiacos in Greece. Chidozie Awazien plays his football with Nantes FC in the French Ligue 1, that's in France. Zaidu Sanusi is also right there. He plays his football with FC Porto in Portugal. Igbo, I like this one a lot. I think he's solid. I think he's got good, positional play as a defender. I saw him at the Unity Cup. I spoke to him. For those of you who know my channel, go check it. You will see that interview I had with Igbo. And he was excited. He was pumped up. And I like the fact that he also has, some league football experience from the Nigeria Premier Football League before he went to Europe. He plays his football with Slavia Prague in Czech Republic. Also has a bit of, Champions League experience. Beautiful. Good player with good experience also. Igbo is in the list. Ryan Alebiosu is one of the newbies out of the 5. I told you we've got 5 new faces in this squad. One of them is Ryan Alebiosu. He plays his football with Blackburn Rovers right here in England. So good experience he's bringing into the team, and he's also young. We'll talk about him later. The midfielders, regular. Alex Iwobi. Probably the most capped player in the team at the moment. Yeah, Alex Iwobi is right there. Plays his football with Fulham FC in England. Frank Onyeka is also in the team. Rock solid, the tank, that's what we call him. Plays his football with Brentford FC in England. Wilfred Ndidi, rock solid, the wall, that's what I call him. Plays his football with Besiktas in the Turkish league. Rafael Onyedika, versatile, intelligent, good player, fantastic Champions League football experience. But for some reason, Coach Sékou Chelle hasn't played Frank and Rafael Onyedika. And people are now saying, this time around, if there's a need to play Frank, how am I saying Frank? Goodness gracious. Rafael Onyedika, please, no excuses. Play Rafael Onyedika because I think he's a fantastic footballer. He plays his football with Club Brugge in Belgium. If you watch the game against Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League yesterday, Rafael Onyedika started. He's a starter. He has good football experience in Europe. And there is also Tochukwu Nnadi, one of the newbies also. So second newbie, start noting those names. He plays his football with Zulte Waregem in Belgium. There is Fisayo Dele Bashiru, also one you can call a regular with the team, plays his football with SS Lazio in Italy. Ebenezer Akinsanmiro is an exciting prospect. He's the third newbie, in the list. He plays football with Pisa SC in Italy. You guys have been calling for Akinsanmiro. If you've been following my channel, Shola, my analyst, is always rooting for Akinsanmiro. He's a good midfielder. He will bring something good to the Super Eagles. He's a breath of fresh air. Akinsanmiro is in the list now. He's in the squad going to the 2025 Afcon. What can he bring to the team? We'll find out. Another newbie, the fourth one, Usman Muhammed, plays his football with Irony Tiberias in Israel. This one, everyone has been asking questions. What is he? What is he bringing? He's not young. Why should we cut somebody like this guy who is over 30? Guys, I say leave coaches and their players. Leave coaches and what? Their players. It's okay to do your analysis, to ask questions, but it is the coach that will play with them, that will work with them. So we'll wait to see what this inclusion will do to this Super Eagles squad. Let's go to the forwards. That's our firepower. That's Nigeria's major strength. Ademola Lookman, yeah, he's right there. Plays his football with Atalanta in Italy. Ademola, fantastic player all day, every day, and he's showing some sparks now. I like him a lot. Hopefully we'll bring something special. Samuel Chukwueze plays his football with Fulham FC in England. So I like the fact that we've got 3 players from one club in the team. That will work for us. That can act as something, for the Super Eagles. We'll get to see what Samuel Chukwueze can bring this time around. We've been seeing his sparks, haven't we, in the Premier League? He's been showing us that he can actually get some regular playing time with Fulham. Let's see what he can do at the Afcon. This one is globally acclaimed, arguably the world's best striker, Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. You don't call Victor Osimhen once. He was just named the GQ Man of the Year in Turkey. Fantastic player. Look, his passion, second to none. Always a fighter. Shows hunger when he's on the pitch. When he wears the Nigerian badge, he's not looking back, giving 100%. Shout out to Victor Osimhen. There's Simon Moses, another regular in the team. One of the old guards. Plays his football with Paris FC in France. Chidera Ejuke, Shola called him. Shola said, Austin, if there's anybody that deserves to be in the Super Eagles team that is playing good football now, it is Chidera Ejuke. And the day Shola called him, the next day, Eric Shell also called him into the team. And I think he's shown a good account, given a good account of himself. Chidera Ejuke is in that team, and I'm sure they'll make use of his versatility. Can run in midfield, can also go forward. We'll see. He plays his football with Sevilla in Spain. His teammates also in Sevilla. Akko Adams is also in the list. Akko Adams. When you talk about a player with impact, Akko Adams should step out. He has only 3 appearances for the Super Eagles and has scored 2 vital goals. Scored on his debut, very important goal for Nigeria against Lesotho. Scored against Gabon. He has given his best and he deserves to be in this team. This one, we don't even argue when you see players who, merit their call-up. You don't argue, you just support them. And Akko Adams is one of those, that I can say, yes, deserves this call-up. Okay, let's get on with it. Paul Onuachu makes a return to the team. You guys called for Paul Onuachu. I remember one of the live streams, you guys saying, Austin, where's Paul Onuachu? We can make good use of his height. He's on fire in Turkey. I remember you guys were calling for Paul Onuachu. Paul Onuachu is in the team now. Let's see what he can give to the team. Who else is in there? Paul Onuachu plays his football with Trabzonspor in Turkey. Cyril Dessers. This one, surprise for me. I will not lie. Cyril Dessers, at the time, we thought maybe he doesn't have what it takes to play football in Africa, that he is not, He's not that solid, doesn't have what it takes, and all of that. That's why I said, leave coaches, leave coaches and their team. The coach knows why he has gone Cyril Dessers now. I thought it was decent during the Unity Cup, maybe the coach went back, had a look and said, Cyril Dessers, you deserve to come back to the team. He plays his football with Panathinaikos FC in Greece. Just joined them. I'm sure you've known him when he was playing with Rangers. Shout out to Cyril. I spoke to him, and he told me, Austin, we need to stay focused. At that time, he was hopeful that we could still qualify for the World Cup. He said, don't look at any other team. Just focus on your team. Do what you need to do, and let's see. Unfortunately, the Super Eagles didn't qualify. The last name on the list of 28 Super Eagles for the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations is also a newbie, Salim Fago Lawal. Yeah, some of you know him. Played with the under-20, I think at the 2023 under-20 FIFA World Cup. Now he has his chance to play for the senior first. He plays his football with NK Istra 1961 in Croatia. So there you have it. There you have it. The 28 players called up by coach Sékou Chelle to execute Nigeria's mission at the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. How can I take this off? Hold on. I'm pumped up for this conversation. I hope you are too. Take this off. Well, you're not going out. Okay. TikTok. Okay, good. I was trying to get the TikTok stuff going on. So, guys, there you have it. The 28 players invited by Coach Sékou Chelle. If you're watching me, tell me, what do you think? What do you think of the list? Let's start getting ready. This conversation go hot. I know my people, they cannot wait to get into it. Owolewa, if you're watching, I'll soon come to you. Just give me a minute. I just want to pump, get more persons to, start talking about it, and then we'll do justice to the conversation. You've seen the goalkeepers. You've seen the defenders, the midfielders, and the forwards. We've been waiting for this list. 10 days to go. Sékou Chelle finally released the squad for Nigeria squad for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. I'm seeing comments on TikTok. Ademola, I don't like the list. Wow. Ade, why? Why don't you like the list? Ade, this is the squad that will probably win the Afcon for Nigeria. You have to like it, bro. Why don't you like the list? Who is also with Ade? Who is not filling the list? For me, support the team, because you never just know. I criticize the coming of Ako Adams because in September, Coach Sékou Chelle did the provisional list, and Ako Adams was right there, and I was like, why are you doing provisional list? What are we doing with provisional list? Then when Ako Adams had a chance to be part of the team, you guys could see what he did. Stunned everybody. So that's football for you guys. Support the team. I'm still waiting for you to tell me where you're watching me from. Also tell me what you think about this list that has been unveiled by Coach Sékou Chelle. That's Nigeria's squad for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about some of the new names that we'll have in the squad. So I've put together this picture. 5 of them right there. 5 of them. And you can see that I highlighted the name that you guys have been calling. Austin, we need Ebenezer Akinsanmiro. Austin, let's get Ebenezer Akinsanmiro. Ebenezer has been this. Ebenezer has been that. They listened. Giving you guys Ebenezer Akinsanmiro. That's it right there. Ebenezer Akinsanmiro is in the list, guys. So what do you think about Ebenezer coming to the team? Drop the comments. Drop the comment. Plays his football with Pisa right there in Italy. Decent player. Decent players. We will soon go back to that 54-man provisional list and talk about some of the names that you thought would have been in there. Olewa, I'm seeing you on TikTok. You should be on YouTube because I'll soon be inviting you to come break this list down. So Olewa, leave TikTok and get on YouTube. I'm seeing everybody. I know what's going on. I'm watching Facebook. I'm doing TikTok, and I'm also seeing my people on YouTube. Ebenezer has got good positional play. Lovely team. Very lovely positional play. Lovely work rates. That's the English I'm looking for. I like him. I think he can make a difference. But my problem, when you call new players to tournaments, it does something to the current setup that you have. That is just my own with these new guys that have been called into the team. No disrespect. They're fine. They're professional players. I don't want to say this. I don't want to say that. I've started with the midfielders because the name that really came up, apart from Philip Otele, is Ebenezer Akinsanmiro. Everybody wanted Ebenezer. So, guys, what do you think about the inclusion of Ebenezer in this team? I like it. I will not lie. I like it. But I think that it will need to prove something, and it might just be a bit of a risk for the coach to now, damn his current setup and think about playing Ebenezer. But what do we know? He might just come in and blend with whoever they get to play him with. And he's young. This one, we can't question it. He's 21 years old. That's why I like him, because he's solid. He's somebody that I've watched, and I think that, okay, we can do one or two things with this guy. But I'm not a coach. I told you, he plays his football with Pisa SC right there in Italy. He can play as a central midfielder, as an attacking midfielder, or right winger, which is fantastic. And he's on loan from Inter Milan. So tells you that this is quality right there. That's why I gave him that highlight. He's the one with the biggest picture right there. Ebenezer Akinsanmiro. I like it. He was born 25th November 2004. As I said, he's 21 years old. For Pisa this season, he has played 11 matches. He has 1 assist and 1 yellow card. No goals yet, but I like his versatility. That's one thing I like about him. What do you think about Ebenezer and his call-up? From Ebenezer, let's go to the man that everyone seems to have been talking about. But just in case you've forgotten him, let me remind you who this player is. Let me see where they put it. He's also a midfielder. So let's deal with the midfielder, and then I'll go to defender. He's the one that I have in the middle. You see the guy that is in between Alebiosu and Lawal. That's the guy in the middle. I also put his face bolded so you would see him. Usman Muhammed. Who remembers Usman Muhammed? Tell me if you remember Usman Muhammed. You know your Nigeria football. Usman Muhammed was part of Nigeria's squad that went to the 2016 Rio Olympics. He played with Mikel Obi. I was right there. Saw him. I watched him. At the time, he was tipped to be the next big thing with Nigeria's midfield. But Coach Gernot Rohr, for some reason, didn't really like him. I do not know why. But he has his chance now. People have criticized this color. He plays in Israel. How many matches has he played? He's not young. What is this? What is that? I'm not going to insinuate anything that I do not know. I will wait to find out, because I just want to know if Coach Eric Shell is still in charge of this team, if he's really in control of this Super Eagles team, because guys, raise up, something is coming. But I will not criticize Usman. He is a fantastic player. Yes, a product. I think he started with the Rangers. By the way, he's 31 years old. And that's what people have really criticized. What role is he bringing to the squad? But just in case you don't really know who this guy is, let's roll it back to 22nd May 2018. Usman Muhammed got the world talking about him. Watch.
And again,
bring it back. Watch.
And again, they've given the ball away, and an opportunity for these Nigerians here, and that should be the equalizer. That's a fantastic goal that was! What a goal that was!
He's Usman Muhammed.
Absolute mayhem!
Atletico Madrid versus Super Eagles team B. He scored this magical goal. So for those of you who are saying, who is this guy?
Again, they've given
what
the ball.
Can he bring? Nya. He's too old. There was a time you praised him. Look at that. We said he was the next JJ Okocha. That's Usman Muhammed right there. People have criticized Coach Gernot Rohr. Coach Gernot Rohr didn't help him. Coach Gernot Rohr didn't invite him. Coach Gernot Rohr didn't this and that. I don't blame Coach. And at the right time, you have an opportunity, you take it. Or feed your eyes on it again. Usman Muhammed created this magic 22nd May 2018. Rounded the Atletico Madrid defender, sent another one to the wilderness, dazzled, and finished it off with his left leg. Everyone praised him at the time. And that's the world we live in. Everyone said, this guy is a world-class player. This guy will get everybody talking. This guy will nya. But today I hear people criticizing and say all sorts. But hey, Coach Eric Shell has invited him. So wait to see. What is it about him that made the coach to invite him? But whether or not we complain from now till forever, Usman Muhammed will be going to the Afcon. He was born on the 2nd of March, 1994. He's 31 years old. I told you he featured at the 2016 Rio Olympics. He played alongside Mikel Obi. Remember the Olympics? Nigeria won a bronze medal. As I said, I was right there. I said in 2013 he was a Ranchers-based. Yeah, I remember at the time. Also played for Taraba FC, went to Madeira. Had some good Israeli football experience at Paul, Adera, Nezona, Maccabi, Neirena, and now he plays with Tiberias. He hasn't just joined them this year, so he hasn't done anything yet. So that's Usman Muhammed. He's the one in the middle. I put him in the middle right there so that you guys will be seeing him. Usman Muhammed. Let's go to the next guy, the one that is on top right there. That's another player, the one that is right on top of Usman Muhammed. If you are watching on YouTube and seeing the picture that I made, these are the 5 newbies, the new kids on the block, invited by Coach Eric Shell. Guys on TikTok, we need to like this. We need to like the screen. We need to like the live. We need to make it active. Let's give it live. They're already saying it's going inactive, so let's not lose it. Guys on TikTok, let's like it. Let's get on with this story. 5 newbies. Now you know Ebenezer Akinsanmiro. I've told you about Usman Muhammed. Let's talk about Salim Fago Lawal. That's another one everybody has been talking about. Oh, that is going to make the team. Guys, calm down. Calm down. Let Eric Shell cook. He is the one that owns the team. He's the one that has picked the team. He's the one that will work with the players. Salim Fago Lawal was born 15th January 2003. He's 22 years old. I told you that he was part of Nigeria's team to the 2022 FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Remember him? Under Coach Ryan Alebiosu. I think he played that game against Italy and Argentina. Yeah. Remember him so well. He's a forward player. Good player. He has a contract with NK Instra 1961. I told you about it. And pretty versatile also. Can play in the wings, can play as a central forward. And yeah. At the Under-20 World Cup, played 5 matches, scored 1 goal, no assists, no yellow card. So guys, there you have it. That's Salim Fago Lawal. I think he did. He did an interview with Eagles Tracker. I was really looking forward to joining the team and making an impact. Anyway, he has his chance now. That's Lawal right there for you. Keep those comments coming. I'm coming to them now. I just want you guys to see the players invited, the new ones particularly. Let's go to the one that I also believe is an exciting prospect in defense. That's the one right under Muhammed Usman. His name is Ryan Alebiosu. Plays his football with Blackburn Rovers. I have people who have also asked questions about Ryan Alebiosu. And I said, look, I know Nigerians, even if we call Messi now, people will still ask questions. Why you call him Messi? Is he not too old? This and this, that and that. So Ryan Alebiosu is one of the new players joining the team. Plays his football right there with Blackburn Rovers. Also decent, young, 23 can't be termed young, isn't it? Yeah. You put him side by side by Usman. He's a young guy. He was born 17 December 2001. He plays in the championship. I already said Blackburn. He has played 21 matches. He has 1 goal and 2 assists. He's decent. I've watched him. And look, these guys are professionals. Sometimes it is who they play with and what they are told to do in a team. That's where wahala comes. But are they footballers? Do they know how to play football? Absolutely. And I think Ryan Alebiosu can, bring some versatility also to the team. He plays as a right back at championship side, Blackburn Rovers. So I don't know what they can do with him. And he's quite tall. Yeah, he's about 6 feet 2 inches, which is decent. And he's got good youth football experience. I think he was right there at Arsenal, went to Crewe Alexander, went to Kilmarnock, played at St. Mirren on loan, and then now he's with Blackburn Rovers doing his thing. Yeah, had a good career at Arsenal. So that's some good foundational football right there that we can make good use of. How he was scouted doesn't concern us. It's part of the 28 that we go into the Afcon, and I think he can bring in something. So I won't come here and say, oh, why is this invited? Well, if you know me, I always say that I don't do that. If you ask, why is this player missing? I can say 1 or 2 things that this is why I think this player is missing, but that will not come out, criticize, call it, nah. I don't do that. So the last person of the new players invited to the team, I talked about him before. I think, that's the guy that Eagles Tracker talked to. I watched the interview. Decent player, also the midfielder, Tochukwu Nnadi. If you're watching on YouTube, Tochukwu Nnadi is just right under Ebenezer Akinsanmiro, and he's just beside Ryan Alebiosu. I like him too. Former junior international also. He was born on 30th June 2003. He's 22 years old and he plays his football with SV Zulte Waregem in Belgium. He's a midfielder for this club. He has played 15 matches, no goals, no assists, 6 yellow cards so far. Yeah, let's get into him. I know he was pumped up when he was invited in that 54-man list, and I saw quite a number of media mentions here and there. Started his football with Campus FC in 2019 to 2021. He was right there at Medina Football Academy. Then he went to Europe. At the moment, he has made 34 appearances for Zulte Waregem. He joined in 2024. He played for Nigeria's under 20 at the 2023, in 2023 at the FIFA under 20 World Cup. Played same time with Lawal. Yeah, we're both in that team under Coach Alebiosu. So there you have it. The 5 new guys that have joined the squad for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Guys, as you get into the conversation, please on YouTube, like the video, share the video. Let's keep the conversation going. I'll soon open up the lines. So you have seen the 5 new kids on the block. Which of them is an exciting prospect? If I'm to put together everything you guys have been talking about, a lot of you guys wanted to see Ebenezer Akinsanmiro. As some of the names on this list, his English worrisome, surprising, yeah. Yes, they are, sincerely. But I've said it, I've reached the stage of my career that I don't criticize professional players. Now they've been called up, they have a task ahead of them, they need to go out there to prove a point. So just in case you missed it, Coach Sékou Chelle, who is he? That's the Super Eagles head coach. He has invited 28 players that will execute Nigeria's mission at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. This is the 35th edition, and Morocco will be hosting. Nigeria will be gunning for a 4th Afcon title. The first time Nigeria won the Afcon was in 1980. Yes, that team really got the world talking. The second time was in 1994. That's arguably Nigeria's golden generation. We talk about football in the country. And then in 2013, God bless his soul, the late coach Stephen Keshi, I think he became the first player and coach to win the Afcon because he was the captain of the team in 1994 when they won it. He went, put together a team. We all criticized the team. He had about 7 or 8 home-based players. Notable names, Godfrey Obabona, Kenneth Omeruo, yeah. We said, no, we can't do this. We don't want these guys. Nya. So I don't criticize players. They went there and they stunned all of us. Nigeria won the Afcon right there in South Africa. And that was the last time. So can you believe it? The last time Nigeria won the Afcon was in 2013. We got so close at the last edition in Cote d'Ivoire. And we had a coach called Jose Pizarro. Jose Pizarro came and started playing Wuru to the answer football. Locked up everywhere. Played negative football. 1-0, 2-1, 1-0, 2-1, penalty, boom, Nigeria was in the final. Tournament mode football is crazy. And then we thought that, okay, we could just go on and win it, stun the world. But no, the host Cote d'Ivoire, they resurrected from the dead. Yes, they were terrible group phase, but somehow they won it. Football is crazy, particularly tournament football is insane. Win 6 matches, you are in the final. Sometimes just win only 4 7, you're in the final. Crazy. So that's Nigeria's Afcon story. If you're wondering what are we talking about, you're watching on YouTube and you're seeing those names scrolling. That's the complete squad that will represent Nigeria at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. It's just 10 days to go. 10 days to go. And Nigeria say, okay, they've been asking, they've been talking so much, so let's just give them the list so they can leave us alone. Because I mean, we've held on to it for so long. So that's the list again. That's the squad released by Coach Sékou Chelle. We've talked about the new guys. Let's talk about the returnees. Yeah, let's talk about the guys who are getting back into the team. Francis Uzor. Who remembers Francis Uzor? We shouldn't forget Francis Uzor so soon. At the time Francis Uzor came, we thought it was going to be the perfect replacement for Vincent Enyama. Some way, somehow. Francis Uzor was our first choice goalkeeper in 2018 FIFA World Cup. I was right there at that World Cup in Russia. I think after that, poor results here and there, things started falling apart and he lost his place in the team. And then God gave us Stanley Nwabali. So Francis Uzor is back in the team. Let me have a look at that team again. Guys, tell me who else is back? Who is back that is an exciting player that you say, yes, now that he's back, he's going to do something. Paul Onuachu. Think Paul Onuachu is an exciting returnee? You guys tell me, Paul Onuachu. Okay, let me start getting into you guys. So I've done the introduction. You guys now know. Just in case you don't know, we're getting ready for the African Cup of Nations. Super Eagles, one of the training sessions. I think when we're preparing for, one of the World Cup qualifying matches. If you're watching on YouTube, that's what I'm showing you now. Super Eagles in training. See, young Benjamin Fredericks got injured, did operation, and his recovery won't be part of the team. William Troost Ekong, Super Eagles captain, right after the playoff, said, I'm done. You guys take your team. And is out. Call it quits on international football. Who is in this? Who from the 54-man list? Let me go look for that list and put it up. From the 54-man list, guys, that provisional list that they used to create distraction for themselves. Did I not tell you guys that that list was just an absolute waste of time? I told you guys. What was the essence of that list now? So who are the names? What names were you expecting to see from the 54-man list that is not included in the squad? Let me see. Take this one out. Okay. For the goalkeepers, Ebenezer Akinsanmiro is a young goalkeeper. Just in case you don't know him, he was the goalkeeper for Nigeria at the last under-20 World Cup. Didn't make the final cut. I understand he's young. Maduka Okoye said he wants to concentrate on international club football, so he's out. So that left us with Stanley Nwabali, Amaso Basoge, and Francis Uzor. Adebayo was part of the 54-man provisional list, and he didn't make it this time around. I understand. One name that everyone has been asking for that was in the 54-man list that we are not seeing now in this 28-man squad, Felix Agu. Guys, tell me what you think about Felix Agu. Plays the football for Werder Bremen in Germany. Current club side of Victor Boniface, who is also missing from the team. Felix Agu didn't make it. William Troost Ekong retired from international football. Igbo made it. Emmanuel Michael didn't make it. Bruno Yemachi is there. So just maybe Felix Agu, Emmanuel Michael. That's it for the defenders. The midfielders. For some reason, I think Chrysanthus Uche should be playing for the Super Eagles. There's just something about Chrysanthus Uche that I like. His drive. He plays purposeful football. He didn't make the list. Guys, what do you think? Chrysanthus Uche didn't make the list for the midfielders. Alassane Yusuf didn't make the list. He was in the 54-man provisional list. Peter Agba, I know that I was not going to make it. Tom Dele Bashiru didn't make it, but Fisayo Dele Bashiru is in the team. So that's about it for the midfielders. Let's go to the forward. The names that are missing. This one shocked some people, but quite a number also say they like it. That is not in the team. Tolu Arokodare. Tolu Arokodare plays his football for Wolverhampton Wanderers in the English Premier League. When Tolu Arokodare came during the Unity Cup, it showed promise. It was a breath of fresh air. He had this drive. He had this charge going forward. Thought it was good energy. I think that was also the same view Shola had about him. Fortunately, Tolu Arokodare was just getting into the team. They didn't make the list. Salim Fago Lawal made the list. Cyril Dessers that was criticized. Remember, guys, that game against, was it Lesotho? He was criticized against Lesotho, South Africa. What is it about Cyril Dessers now? Suddenly that he's making the list. Arokodare didn't make the list. Who else is missing? Olakunle Olusegun. Yeah. This is football in Russia. Sadiq Omar didn't make it. Kelechi Iheanacho didn't make the list. Nathan Teller didn't make the list. Taiwo Awoniyi didn't make the list. Abdulrasheed Shehu didn't make the list. Victor Boniface didn't make the list. Terem Murphy didn't make the list. These names, guys, if you're watching, which of these names should have been in this final 28-man squad? Rafiu Durosimi, definitely. None of the guys from the MPFL, I knew. This one, I want to ask questions. Philip Okoye. Why is Philip Okoye not on this list? Why is he not on this list? Philip Okoye. Why is he not on this list? So, guys, there you have it. There you have it. The 24-man list. 28. That to represent Nigeria at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Just pictures of the Super Eagles during the playoffs in Morocco. They lost to DR Congo and they didn't advance. I'm just showing you the training visuals. I want to get to the comments now. Once I'm done with the comments, I'm going to bring in you guys. I'll bring in Owolewa. That's Wilfred Ndidi. He's in the team. Some of the guys I'm saying, Olakunle Olusegun didn't make the team. Chidozie Awazien is in the team. Amaso Basege is in the team to the Afcon. Yeah, Calvin Bassey, see him right there. He's in the team to the Afcon. I see William Trustekong, but now he's retired. He's not going. Semi Ajayi is in the squad going to the Afcon. Who else? Yeah, so Super Eagles players touching the ball during one of their training sessions. Tolu Arokodare, your picture, didn't make the squad to the Afcon. He will be so gutted, but I think Tolu dropped form, unfortunately. So, this is what it is. So, guys, you've seen the list. I'll keep it rolling, but I'll bring it back. But I'm asking this important question, just in case you're watching on YouTube and you're watching on Facebook. The guys on TikTok, you can just tell me when is the cup starting, Prince Joseph Mayo. The Africa Cup of Nations will kick off on December the 20th and run till the 18th in January. So Christmas and New Year will be doing Afcon. So brace up, guys. Christmas, New Year, Africa football. 20th December till the 18th of January 2026. So the final game will be played on the 18th. I'll be going to Morocco on the 21st. I should be in Fez, to bring you guys all of the updates from the camp of the Super Eagles. Not just the Super Eagles, all the teams in the Super Eagles group in Group C. That's Tunisia, Uganda, and Tanzania. So yeah, I'll be doing that. So stay with me on this channel. Don't forget on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so that you get all of the updates. But tonight we're breaking down Coach Sékou Chelle's squad for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Let's quickly get into your comments now. Thank you so much to everyone. I see the comments on YouTube, on Facebook, and TikTok. Yeah, Prince Joseph Mayor, thank you. I will definitely be in Morocco. Awesome. Good to see you in Morocco. Thank you so much, guys. Where is Maduka Okoye? Maduka Okoye said, DJ Archie, that he wants to concentrate on club football. There's football right there in Italy with Udinese. I know there's a backstory to that. We'll find out what's really going on with Maduka Okoye. Walk with me. I promise you from now till Saturday, I'll find out why Maduka Okoye said he doesn't want to go to the Afcon, because I think it was a good replacement for Stanley Nwabali. When we're talking about Stanley Nwabali and his injury, Stanley Nwabali has been nursing hand and ankle injury. I just hope that they are not pushing him and forcing him, because any small thing now that can aggravate or to just occur again, I will start asking many questions. So hopefully it won't be a problem. Yeah. Shout out to everyone on TikTok. They said I should tell you guys to share the live videos and keep it busy with the likes. Thanks so much to everyone liking. Thank you so much, Prince. Thank you so much, DJ Archie. Let's keep the likes going on TikTok. And TikTok is saying we should share the live so people can come in. Let's talk about this 28-man squad that has been released to execute Nigeria's Afcon mission. So I will start from the very beginning. Welcome to everyone watching me. I appreciate the love. Segodi, I appreciate you. Always show me love on this channel. Austinello, I'm South Africa. I'm impressed by Trim Super Eagles. Only 3 players. 9, I think Eric Shell means business. Okay, Segodi. South Africa is also doing well at the moment. We have seen their list. Wish you all the best. We'll see at the Afcon. Blessing, blessed. Not a good squad. Disaster. But blessing. It's about 80% of the players that we know. Your regular goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali, is there. William Trustekong has retired. But Calvin Bassey is there. Ajayi is there. Zaidu Sanusi is there. Bruno Yemachi is there. Bright Osai Samuel is there. Isn't this the squad that we know? Midfielders. Wilfred Ndidi is there. Frank Onyeka is there. Alex Iwobi is there. They've even added new ones. So how is it disaster? Isn't this the squad that we know? I don't know. Roxy was asking, lads, why is Benjamin Fredericks missing? Yeah, Blessing answered that he's injured. Yeah, so yeah, that's why he's recovering from injury. Would have been a fantastic prospect, a fantastic addition to the squad, because he has shown good promise, right from when he was invited during the Unity Cup. Ayorinde, watching from Olokemeji, Abiokota, Ogun State. Thank you so much. Blessing says, watching in Lagos. Thank you so much. Romania, watching from Angola. Thank you so much. You see, I got my people everywhere. Peter Hilary, where's Felix Agu? Felix Agu didn't make the squad. Don't ask me. I don't know. Coach said he's not good enough to make the squad. Yeah. Fortunately. Yeah. Eagle striker. Things they shell. Look, I told you guys, Eagle striker, I told you and Smith Lai. I said, Eric Shell doesn't look like the kind of coach that will be controlled by the NFF. I said it. This is not matter. I know how deep Nigeria football is, particularly with management and administration. I knew it was going to be tough for him. And there's no way he can come out and say he knows 100% all these players that he has invited. But it is what it is. Things they challenge. Peter, I've already explained, I'm sure you got it, why is Okoye omitted in the list. He was omitted. He said he wants to concentrate on club football. Peter says he's watching from Australia. Thank you so much. Nwabali is injured, including him in the list. Yeah, Nwabali's coach warned us, said he's not looking good. So it's probably a race against time, you know. Maybe they are saying to themselves that on fit Nwabali is better, you know. That is better than any of the goalkeepers that they have out there. I just hope that it won't be a decision that we'll regret. Yeah, I agree. More comments. I love it when my guys on Facebook talk to me. So Facebook, I want to see more comments. TikTok, I want to see more comments about the list. Presh, thanks so much. Say you're watching from the United Kingdom. I appreciate the love. You might just be my neighbor. We never know. Thanks so much, Presh. I see you also liking the live. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it active. That's what TikTok wants. They want us to, you know, like the video, get the page active, just so they can keep recommending it. If it doesn't happen, it's gonna go off, and there's nothing I can do. Yeah, give me a minute, guys. Just give me a minute. Let me see. Give me a minute. I just want to check what's going on with this TikTok device. Yeah. So we're having a look at this 28-man squad released by Sékou Chelle for Nigeria's Afcon campaign. More comments. Oh, sorry, I didn't take that comment from Peter Hilary. What happened to Felix Agua and Maduka Okoye? I've already answered that. Peter, you guys know that Francis all complained about short-sightedness, myopia, when Ghana scored that long-range goal that disqualified us from the team. But he's still a professional goalkeeper. So let's see. Segodi. So if Nwabali is not fit for a game, you're going to have Uzor in the post. The whole team will be on panic mode. I don't know. I'm not a coach. You will just support the team. Onyeka, thank you so much for joining. You support my live stream a lot. I appreciate you. Why can't the coach come out and explain the reasons for their both player selections? Other nations or countries have a pre-match interview for coaches to explain the criteria or reasons. So that's my biggest problem with anything like we are terrible with communication. We will not do it. When the media starts doing their background investigation and putting out things that they are finding, they'll say, why didn't you call us? Why didn't you ask us? Why? You talk. Call a press conference. Explain why you're doing things. They will not. I don't know. TikTok Olariwaju said, why? So please, we need a 10. Alex Iwobi, that's supposed to be his role. Alex Iwobi, supposed to be our 10. I don't know. Onyeka, Austin, the list is based on quarter system, politics in our football, crazy. Yeah, Peter Akeredolu, Cyril Dessers' fitness is in doubt. Rafael Durosimi or Philip Otele should have been invited. Cyril and Osimhen are both injury prone. But he's in the team. I don't see any reason why Francis should be selected before Okoye, our second goalkeeper. Okoye is not injured and he's 100% okay for the Afcon. Same politics in our football. I'll find out. Give me from now to Saturday. I'll tell you the new Okoye story. Sydney Okoye, good squad, very mobile midfield and physical. I think Shell sees he needs legs in midfield. Usman, Nnadi, and Alebiosu will add value, just surprise in the goalkeeping position. Interesting comments. Thank you so much, Sydney, for your comments. Austin, it would be nice if you guys, journalists, make sure that there's a press conference for him to explain the inclusion of the goalkeeper and Cyril. Not us, it's the NFF, not the media. You guys should know that doing media work in Nigeria is tough. These guys are not open. They're not transparent. It's a problem. They will never, ever talk. There's been so much going on that you would expect that they will call a press conference. In fact, right from when we missed out of the World Cup, I have been dragging these people, pressing their necks. Come out and explain to Nigerians what happened. Come out and tell us your program for the Afcon. Pump up excitement, pump up passion, give people assurances so that they can support the team. Nothing. It's the country we live. It's the country we have. Sad. We can't call a press conference. We only ask them questions. We'll have an opportunity to meet them. If I go to Morocco and there's a press conference, we'll ask them questions. But right after this, you would expect that tomorrow they hold a press conference and explain why these are the players that should be representing Nigeria, particularly the 5 new players. You should be explaining, you should be telling people. TikTok, they're threatening that our live will go off because you guys are not liking it. So TikTok, the live is going off in 5 minutes unless we pump it up with the likes. And if it goes off, you can join me on YouTube, Proudly Austin. Let's rock and roll together there. So yeah, Peter, that's the case. That's the story of Nigeria. It needs to explain the exclusion of Okoye in the list. Yeah, what's on the streets is that Okoye asked that he doesn't want to go to the Afcon. The whole world knows that Nwabali is injured. Why using him irrespective of his injury? His club coach did not feature him for their past games. Why is Coach Eric using him now? He's not using him. Just invited him. So we'll get to see. Daniel, I love it. Thanks so much, Daniel. Austin, if you are to be sincere with yourself, you know that we don't have a goalkeeper considering the latest report of Nwabali. Maybe he will get well. Maybe he will get fine. Daniel is watching from the United States. Thanks so much. Sydney Boke, Nnadi and Frederick played in the under 20 year. Remember, Frederick was in that team too. Peter, I'm having a feeling that 40% of this is influenced by the so-called godfathers. I don't know. Ayodeji Oguntade, forget it. Nigeria cannot win the Afcon. Ooh. Dubai or Mobolaji. I think Murphy is a more deserving player than Fago. He shouldn't have been dropped. What do we know? What do we know? Now, I can mark my word, if Nwabali performs poorly in our game with Egypt, now Niger fans would be highly disappointed in Coach Eric, and the general public, media would ask him to resign right away. Trust eroded. NG Cali Clocks, Benjamin Fredericks. Where's Benjamin Fredericks? Benjamin Fredericks is recovering from injury, he had surgery, and we cannot make it to the Afcon. Defense plays. Ouch, nonsense sport. No wonder Nigeria failed to qualify for the World Cup. Yeah, that hurts, Naneka. Why is the NFF owing Coach Eric Shell for 3 months, not paid? Must the coach chase the NFF for salary payments? Look, that again I have said. It's only the coach that can come out to say it. Look, when you get this type of Super Eagles job and you know your heart of hearts that is flattering, that you are maybe lucky to have it, the NFF will treat you the way they want. Pizarro did what he did, reached the final. I was asking for ×3 of his salary. They couldn't pay him, the man left. So if they are owing Coach Shell, and you are talking by side and some media or journalists are getting to now putting it out, I will not report that sort of thing, because now you need to come and say it. He needs to say it. Because if you're working, you should be getting paid. And if they are not paying you, thank you so much for working with you. Walk away. Not by force. It's not by force. Yeah. Son of Grace, I see you. Thanks so much for joining. Maybe we invite Saka too late. Saka plays for England. Saka can't play for Nigeria. Thanks so much. Guys, let's like it. TikTok guys, let's like it. Can Nigeria still go to World Cup? No. Where have you been? Nigeria is out of the World Cup. That is a closed conversation. Yeah. Let me pump more. Let's see more of the Super Eagles. As I read more comments. It's Ola Aina in the squad. Sorry. Ola Aina is not in the squad. That's true. I did not even realize. Ola Aina is in the squad. Still recovering. Yeah. CAF is giving the NFF by 11, 12 to submit the Afcon players list. If not, they would be penalized by CAF. And fine would be access to the remember they want everyone. Daniel, was that 2016 or 2018? What I said about Usman Muhammed was 2018. 7 years ago. I think so. Guys, Atletico Madrid versus Nigeria, that friendly. Tell me, when was it played? I know my people know their football. Tell me. Nameka, what is the problem with this so-called 54 list? I told you that the NFF, they will release the list 5 to 7 days to the tournament. That's their way. Yeah, we know them. Today's list is as a result of CAF sanctioning if list is not submitted. Eagles tracker, maybe because it's not good. Austin know they laugh. Austin know they sit on the fence. Who is not good? Who is not good? Remind me. Who is not good? Are you talking about? No, let me know. Tell me, Eagles tracker. Who are you talking about? That who is not good? I don't know, Buko. Yeah, I'm just reporting what I say we should put out there. I'll come out to say the things that I know when I know them. Real Gunner, you remind me of my coach in Nigeria. I was never a coach. I played a bit of football, but my parents didn't support me. So I stopped and started doing sports broadcasting. So I'm not your coach, yeah, but I played football. Yeah, good to have you, Real Gunner. Thanks so much. Guys on TikTok, don't forget to follow the page. We will be doing loads of, content as regards the Afcon. Same thing on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like this video. It's very important to like this video. And then turn on notifications. Very, very important. So you see me whenever I come live. Ikechukwu Njoku on Facebook. Austin, I greet you. I greet you too, my brother. Come join me on YouTube. I'll soon open up the conversation for you guys to join. And, let's put some broader perspective into this list that has been released by Coach Sékou Chelle. Emmanuel Joseph Ekele on Facebook. Usman Muhammed, a fine player. Coach Samson says boy at the 2016 Olympics. Yeah, that's what I was telling them. So I was saying, I remember, and I showed them what he did against Atletico Madrid that got the world talking. As Usman ever repeated that performance again, we know that the list is influenced by some godfather. Usman has no business in the list. If his football age is 31 and his real age will be 40. Ouch! Chest. Peter Kerodulu. Chest. How can you say that? Stop. Don't do that. Leave Eagles tracker. Eagles tracker is trying to break the table. Is Benjamin Frederick injured? Oh, yes, he is injured. How many has he scored this season? What are you talking about? How many has Salim Fago scored this season? Just one goal. Why did he drop Okoye? He didn't drop Okoye. According to what I heard, Okoye has to, wants to focus on club football. Now, Meka, as a man wants to balance the squad based on quota system instead of based on players' merits, the list is 100% from the NFF and not the coach. The coach would explain the list after the tournament. Ikechukwu Njoku, Austin, I'm impressed with the players Coach Sékou Chelle has assembled to prosecute the Afcon. That's why I like balanced views. Some persons have a problem, others are okay with it. I hope they will all give a good account of their inclusion. For me, I'm more particular about our midfield. I want to see more creativity in that midfield because there lies the strength of every progressive football team. And he has added more legs in the midfield now, so it's just about how they will use it. Mana said, Jonas, I want Yusuf out of the Super Eagles team. Which Yusuf? Alassane Yusuf. Alassane Yusuf didn't make the team. If it's Alassane Yusuf. Opposite of Austin, why Uzo ahead of Maduka Okoye? I've talked about this Maduka Okoye thing. Maduka Okoye he wants to concentrate on club football, but I'll find out. Give me till Saturday. The only problem I have with the team selection is Uzo. Yeah, but he's back. He's back. Now, Meka contract is on the line and he doesn't want to jeopardize his contract for now. Useless politicians managing our sport. We all see the problems. We look the other way. I sincerely. Taiwo, I've given up on Nigerian football already. Failure is obvious already from this selection. How the hell did this Usman Muhammed make the list? Flop in Israeli up and down. Try. Peter Jurosimi, Philip Teddy, Okoye should have been included in the list. My Sunday on Facebook, Maduka Okoye is better. I honestly can't understand why Uzo has been included again. His mistake denied us a spot at the 2022 World Cup, and it was part of the team that struggled at the start of the 2026 qualifiers. Abesidov, deal with it. They have called up Francis Uzo, and if Stanley Nwabali isn't fit, Uzo will be in goal at the Afcon, guys. That's our reality. That's our reality. Yeah. It's our reality. Nameka, Austin, I told you, why not give Uzo the second chance? It's okay to include Uzo, but I was on the impression that Nwabali is out, Maduka first, Uzo second, and Amas third goalkeeper respectively. Felix Agu not yet fully fit, okay? I think leaving Uche out is more good. Good player. Ikechukwu Njoku, Tolu has been struggling for a while now at club level. Taiwo, who is Salim Fago Lawal that was selected but refused? Rosimi, Philip Otele were dropped. If you ask me, now who I go ask? The matter where you see, so you have it from man. Help me complete that song. If you ask me, the matter for ground. Hey, now who I go ask? Guys, we have a squad. We have to support them. That's all I can say. Sugar Zazi 77. Tolu's nonsense in the final stages of the qualifiers was noticed. He should get lost. Ouch. You guys are vexing. Come on. Ayoride Emmanuel Desas has a different type of play from all other strikers. I think that gave him a leverage. Does it? Does it give him a leverage? I don't know. I'm not the coach. I'll just support the team. Guys on TikTok, thanks so much. Welcome if you're just joining on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook. I'm breaking down Nigeria's squad for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. 28 Super Eagles players have been called up to execute that mission for Nigeria. The Afcon will be hosted in Morocco. It's the 35th edition, and Nigeria will be hoping to win the trophy for a fourth time. Can they do it? That's the next conversation I want us to get into. Tell me. That's what is scrolling now. Super Eagles 2025 Afcon squad unveiled. Is it a solid team? At first I said, is it a winning team? I said, no. That's true somehow. So tell me, guys, this team, you've seen it. Is it a solid team? Tell me. Is it a solid team? I want to know. The Super Eagles squad that's been unveiled. Is it a solid team? Kingsley, thank you so much. I love this comment. Oga's team, watching as usual, all the way from Munich, Germany. Great works as always. God bless you. God bless you too, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for supporting my platform. I appreciate the love. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. I told you I'll be going to Morocco for the Africa Cup of Nations. And this channel is not just football, it's sports, general sports, entertainment, and so much more. Let me reintroduce myself here. I'm not a content creator. I'm a proper, well-trained, experienced broadcaster. Yeah, professionally. I've been a broadcaster since 2007. Yeah, professionally. So this is not your roadside guy, I'm big on verification. I understand the full life cycle of information, gathering, processing, and dissemination. No, I'm your guy. On the streets, they call me proudly Austin, officially on television. For those of you who know me, it's Austin OKON-AKPAN. And I love to rock and roll with you guys, I only got serious with this social media platform thing because I'm a mainstream ninja. I was never a fan of social media, but hey, last year when I was going to the Paris Olympics. I said, let me create content for my people. And where will I put it? So I started taking my YouTube serious. I started pumping my Facebook, and you guys have been fantastic. We're approaching 13K subscribers on YouTube. That's why I'm saying you have to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's pump up the numbers. We're about 13K on well, 13K on TikTok. I'm seeing comments, I'm coming to it. And then we are 67,000 going to 68K on Facebook. I have a problem with my Instagram account. We're fighting some copyright infringement with the UEFA Champions League. So I've lost that channel since April the 30th. But I promise you I'm going to get it back. And when we do, from the Afcon, we'll be doing a combined synchronized show where we'll bring all of you together. We'll talk about sports the way we love to talk about it, with passion, with energy. We'll be engaged, we'll be interesting. This is the fun factory. This is the fun factory. Yes, this is where you should be. And I will guide you guys. I will take you to the places you want to be. I will have fun. On TikTok, where are you from? In Nigeria. My name is Austin OKON-AKPAN. I'm from Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. I will get all the money. Yeah, from Akwa Ibom. TJ Austin and they vex. Where is Maduka Okoye on the list? Maduka Okoye said, no, he doesn't want to play for us at the Afcon. Yeah, he said it. That's what I heard. Yeah, that he wants to focus on club football. Yeah. So this is what it is. We'll move on. Thank you so much, guys. On TikTok, as you get it, like it, so that we won't lose it. We won't lose the channel. You have to like it. If you don't like the channel, if you don't like the page, it's going to go off because they said that the page is not active. So let's like it. Let's pump up the likes to 6K on TikTok. Let's pump it up to 6K. YouTube, we're doing well, but we need more likes on YouTube. Facebook, same thing. We need more likes to get the page busy, because I'll soon start bringing you guys into it now so that we talk about it till we go. When was the last time our number you mentioned scored a goal or created an assist for the Super Eagles? Gosler, what are you talking about? You didn't land properly. What are you talking about? Victor Cobham, thanks so much for your message. I understand Okoye opted out to concentrate on club football because he's at Shell first. We talked about it. But I will confirm that. Kunlexi, thank you so much, Kunle. Get ready. I'll soon start bringing you guys on. Kunle, I'd like to hear from you. I suspect Shell needs energy in the midfield, and the Nnadi guy can possibly bring that. Maybe not. Tournament football is funny. I will use what I've used before. I will use Alassane Yusuf. I will use Chrysanthus Uche. I will use what I've used before. You see, I'm not complaining about Ebenezer because I've seen his quality. But we'll see. Let's just wish them well. Loads of comments. I see all the comments. Thank you. So I'm asking the question. Super Eagles 2025 Afcon squad unveiled. Is it a solid team? Is it a solid team? Tell me about it. Peter Kerodoli, Okoye says he wants to focus on club football. We can't blame him considering the mild. We can't, you mean to say, considering the mild administration in our NFF. Unfortunately. Tochukwu Nnadi on Facebook. Austin, I think it's a solid team. They have to work for each other to build a strong and formidable team. Look, sincerely, 85% of the squad is the same people that we know, guys, isn't it? We might just be vexed over some certain things, but this is the team that we know. It is the same guy. Maybe I just made one or two changes in the starting 11, but it's the same people that you know that will file out when the Super Eagles will be playing. So that's why I'm not really, bothered. Let's just wish the team well. So yeah, more comments, and then I'll get right into this. Ayorinde Emmanuel, wow, nice profile. I think you should have an interview session with our just retired captain. We still have to have him live in this channel. That's a good point. I'll reach out to Truce, but I'm thinking he doesn't really want to talk. But yeah, I know his crew. I'll reach out to them. That's a good point. He deserves to talk to us on this channel. Yeah, Truce not my man. So don't worry. Yeah, I really, fingers crossed, I'll work on it before the Afcon. Let's see if we can talk to him. Yeah, Osawuru Felix. I said it. It is a solid team because all the first team players are all invited. The new players invited is to make the old players sit up. Maybe. But I agree. Sugar Zadi 77. Uzor should be the third choice in realistic time, not Amas. You guys are really coming for Uzor. Uzor might shock you people, though. Uzor will shock you guys. You guys, football can be so humbling. You guys will be so shocked. The way Uzor will just pick form during the Afcon, and you guys will start praising him. So you never know. Peter, one of the reasons why Stephen Keshi succeeded was because he was firm in his decision. He never cared if all the players are from the region, are from one region of the country, as long as the player merited. I still disagree. You see, Nigeria is peculiar. It's a peculiar country. Whether or not we like it, see, tribalism, that thing, I don't know how to explain it. If you carry too many Igbo people, they will complain. Carry too many Yoruba people, they will complain. So you will find a way to still want to balance it. Still, Coach Stephen Keshi's squad, it was a well-rounded squad. Let me see if I can bring it up. It was a well-rounded squad, I remember. You have to consider that if you don't want to get into trouble with Nigerians. Because they will just distract you. It's a big problem. Our diversity is a blessing and a curse. Yes, that's what we are suffering as a country. What is supposed to make us solid as a people is what causes problems for us. Yeah. Wow, I love it. I'm seeing the comments. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to like the video. Very, very important. Very, very important. Let's like the video. Henry Jr., you have to bring a lot of new names if it was me. God's love, number 10. Who is number 10? Do you mean Alex? Who is number 10? Alex who? Oh, you mean the Nnadi guy. Well, for the new guys who don't have anything to judge their way till they get to play for the team. If Okoye step up now for club football, we'll definitely have other diaspora players follow suit. Terrible. Victor Cobham, Ebenezer has the trappings of a good number 10. That boy can spray passes. He'll make a big difference in that midfield. We'll see. But national team football is not club football. It's very important to highlight that. Sideko Sonu from Facebook. Thanks so much. Greetings. Your program is very interesting and important. Where's my favorite Nigerian player, Benjamin Frederick? I love this boy from the Gambia in Banjul. I would love to see him playing for the Super Eagles, Nigerians in Morocco. Benjamin Frederick, unfortunately, got injured after the playoff. He has done surgery and he's recovering. Nigeria 2013 Afcon squad. Yeah. Peter or Onyeka, walk with me. I want to call you. I want to show you that list from the Afcon squad. I wish I could share it. So, goalkeepers 2013 under Stephen Keshi. We had Vincent Enyama, Austin Ejide, and Chigozie Agbe. Goalkeepers. You see that one said we won't spread. Yeah. For Larry, what's the tag for the Eagles in this Afcon? We don't care. All things being equal, Okoye not included makes the list imperfect. The tag is let's do it again. That's what they did the last time. So I'm sure that's what they're going for again. Adamago, it's not complete with Tamaduka Okoye. So Uzor is a sore ingredient. I've lost confidence. Yeah, Peter, I'm on the Stephen Keshi squad. You said Stephen Keshi didn't care about region, and I said that's not true. It's very important. There's going to be NFF in work with. Outfield players, Efe Ambrose was there, Solomon Kwambe. Just be using your brain to be checking the regions where these names are from. Elderson Echejile, Francis Benjamin, Azubike Ogwoke, Godfrey Ogwabona, Kenneth Omeru, John Ogu, John Obi Mikel, Victor Moses, Ruben Gabriel, Fego Woodby, fantastic midfielder, Michael Babatunde, Ogenyi Onazi, Sunday Mba, Ahmed Musa, Brown Ideye. Was Obafemi Martins in that team 2013? Was Obafemi Martins in that team? No, this is the wrong place. And this is ESPN I'm saying this from. Oh, they were saying 2013, 2014. Okay, this one. But with the names that I've called already, you can actually see the spread. The spread is there. It's a mix of everything. Carry too many Igbo people, they go fight you. Carry too many Yoruba, they go fight you. It's just a Nigeria thing. Nobody can. You can't help it. You must bring that balance. There's no way. Anyway, I get your point. You get my points. Let's move on. You guys should let Francis rest. You guys, it will shock you. It will shock you. Victor Koban, Uche Nakalu was in that team. He will be two, but didn't get any minutes. No, Iwobi was not in the 2013 team. Iwobi joined the team in 2015. That was when Iwobi joined the team. He wasn't there. Yeah, my GD Agbe quality and experience was undeniable. Sugar Zaddy, Austin Ozoy is not good terms. He's not in good terms with a couple of the older players in this current squad. Case in point, in the Victor Osimhen. The elite boys see him as a joke. Well, he's a professional. He's playing in Cyprus. They play for Europe. Let's leave all those things. He's a professional player. Okay. Owolewa, where are you? Let me bring in my people now. Guys, just in case you're watching, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your time tonight as we take a look at the Super Eagles and their World and their Afcon. So that's the list right there. If you've seen it, I'm showing you again. Super Eagles squad for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Let's change. Scroll. Let you see the complete list. What do you guys think about Paul Onuachu coming back to the team? We've been talking about Francis Uzoho forever. Paul Onuachu coming to the team. What do you guys think? I'm seeing your comments on TikTok. Keep it coming. I'll still go back to it. But I want to know what you guys think about the return of Paul Onuachu with the forward lineup. What can Paul Onuachu bring to the team? Tell me. Paul Onuachu return. Yeah, so it's all about the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. I want you guys to see the group. It's now 10 days to go. 10 days to go. Big tournament. Arguably the biggest football event in Africa. Am I saying arguably? It is. It will run from December the 20th till the 18th of January 2026. Morocco will be hosting. Yeah, so if you read, seeing what I'm scrolling, I'm giving you some details about the Africa Cup of Nations that you can use, vital information that you can use. Paul Onuachu is well deserved. Sugar Zaddy 77. Well, will he get playing time? And if he has playing time, can you confidently say Paul Onuachu is the guy that can lead Super Eagles defense and give us goals? The number of times he has played for the team, of what quality did he bring to the team? That's the question I'm asking. So yeah. What a terrible list. Ouch, sorry. Yes, Uzo will shock us like a basket. I'll pour water through. You guys are vexing. Yeah, I see my people on Facebook. Thanks so much, Stanley. I love it when my guys on Facebook join the conversation. Good morning. I share good morning in Nigeria. We're just about getting to 12 midnight in the United Kingdom. It's 11:51 p.m. Good morning, Stanley. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks so much to everyone that has been with me from the start of this live stream. Always a delight to have you guys. Colexi, this list get as it be. Shell hand on it or not? Deep question. Victor Koba, how on God's green earth do you explain 31-year-old Usman and Salim Fago? My brother, that's what we have at the moment. Okay, Eagles Tracker, I'm bringing you on now. Eagles Tracker, come on in. I'm going to drop. No, I'm still the Eagles Tracker is the one teaching me all this thing that I do on live stream. Private chats, Eagles Tracker. Let me see if I can bring you in. Eagles Tracker. Well, Eagles Tracker, I cannot. I'm just going to send you Eagles Tracker. Click on the link right here. I've dropped it. IoT, get on. Let's start it. So right after Eagles Tracker, I'm going to get other persons to join. Whatever, if you are, click on the link too. So Eagles Tracker, I've dropped it. IoT, get on. Click on it. IoT, clock it. So guys, that's what it is. Let me bring the list again so you see it. The complete list of players invited by Coach Sékou Chelle for Nigeria's Afcon campaign. Feed on it and tell me what you think. Are you excited? Are you pumped up? Have you been asking questions since you saw this squad list? Do you think that this is it? IoT, I see you. Guys, this is my live stream manager. IoT, good to have you. Thank you so much. IoT runs arguably the biggest Super Eagles brand online. No cap. You know, guys, I told you that I've been in this industry. So when I see who is doing the right things, I can tell you. So feel free to subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's doing a great job. IoT, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. IoT, this list. IoT, you and Smith like can see now. Remember when I told you guys that this you are Sékou Chelle? Can he be in charge of his team? With what you have seen now, can you confidently say this is Sékou Chelle's team?
You know, unfortunately, I can't say that. This is Sékou Chelle plus his orgas, his bosses. It's hard for me to believe that the coach looked at all the 500 Nigerian players around the world and decided that some of these people were amongst his best 28. Honestly, when I saw the list, I was surprised by a few things. I have to say that I was.
You're surprised. A lot of my viewers are shocked. They are not expressing confidence. But let's start with the newbies. IoT, feed your eyes. 5 of them right there. Which of them excites you?
Who excites me? I would say 2 out of the 5. Ryan Alebiosu. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can bring. You know, I've been following him for the past few weeks. I've watched some of his games playing for Blackburn. You know, gone back to do a little bit of research on him. I think that going forward, I think I might even prefer him to Bright. Defensively, I definitely prefer him to Bright.
He's intelligent.
It's interesting to note that at his club, he plays from a wing back position, so he's able to go forward a lot more. For Nigeria, he might be playing full back, so that might hinder him attacking wise a little bit. But I like the kid. I think he's a good player. You know, considering the fact that Olajuwon is missing from this tournament due to injury, to me, he's the next best to bring in. So I have no complaints with Ryan Alebiosu's inclusion. The only thing that people would say is that he's never been there, he's never even played friendlies, and now he's going to a major tournament. So, you know, sometimes people tell you about how African football is very different, it's physical. Would he be able to meet those physical demands of playing in Africa for the first time as he's welcome to, you know, Nigeria? He's playing in the Afcon. Those are questions that we need to see before we can really speak on. But I like him as a player. I think he's a good addition. You know, he strengthens our right back position a little bit, because if he wasn't there, and then who are we going to be calling up to be a backup to Bright if Ryan wasn't there? So I'm excited to see what he can offer. And then Ebenezer Akinsanmiro, you know, like you said when you were speaking earlier, a lot of people have been calling for his inclusion. And I was somebody that in the past, you know, last season when some people were calling for him, I said, no, I'm not seeing anything for him to get caught up last season. But this season, playing in the Italian Serie A for Pisa, he has been good. I've seen him play against quality midfielders like the McTominays. I've seen him play against physical, rough midfielders like the Guendouzi's. You know, I've seen him play against the big teams that he's going to be running because he doesn't have the ball. His team doesn't have the ball as much. I've seen him play with his back to his opponent's goal. You know, because that's something that I feel like we've seriously lacked in the Nigerian midfield. A player that can face his own goal. If you receive the ball from the center backs and you're not scared that almost this guy is going to lose possession. You know, he can play under that kind of pressure. That's what I like about Ebenezer. Now, we know that when you go to a major tournament, you know, the Afcon, there might be some nervousness because it's a big stage, things like that. So I don't expect him to just slot into the starting 11. But I believe that as long as the senior players welcome him well, make him feel part of the team, and he gets the right motivation from the coach, Sékou Chelle, I believe that the boy can show us some quality when he comes on the field. I'm excited to see what he can offer. I hope that he proves me right. I really hope so.
I completely agree with you. I love his versatility. I love the fact that he doesn't take the ball and quickly want to pass it. I don't want to call the name of that person that will collect ball and will just collect ball, pass. He wanted to pass against the R Congo, lost the ball, they scored us. Ebenezer gets the ball and think ahead. That is what is lacking. And you made a good point that the senior players should welcome him. Because when we tell people that national team football is not easy, they don't understand. First thing first, if you are good and you're coming to disrupt whatever has been on ground, it will become a problem. They might not even want to play with you. So you have called two names that I've also called. Let's go back to these 5 new guys. If you want, no, you don't you were shaking table in the comments. I was saying.
See, Austin, look, let's not. I don't like to make allegations that I cannot prove, but somebody from the, in fact, not even somebody from the NFF, Coach Sékou Chelle himself needs to come and explain to me what Mohamed Usman and Salim Fago Lawal are doing in this team. Look, I dropped a video on my channel today. I spoke about these two players as well. Mohamed Usman, Austin, you are showing us a highlight that he scored against Atletico Madrid from 2018.
So I mean,
I know, but Austin, see, we can pull up one highlight of many different players across the globe. And it's one highlight from 2018. Austin, I was still in school back then. Is what we're using to somehow realize that, okay, this guy should be in the national team. Look, Austin, there is no basis for justification of his inclusion. I'm sorry. Look, maybe Sékou Chelle is going to come and tell us that, well, I'm the coach. I've scouted him. I've analyzed him. He has X, Y, Z qualities, and that's why I want him. If you tell us that, I will accept because he's the coach, but I would not agree or believe. This is a guy that is playing in Israel. And I'm not trying to knock, oh, he's playing in Israel, that's why he should not be there. No, people like John Ogu were playing in Israel and were quality for us. People like Yakubu were playing in Israel and were quality.
Passed through Israel.
So it's not the Israel factor. It's that he has not been doing anything in that Israel. If we consider and say, oh, he has some ability on the ball, because when I said, okay, if you compare him to maybe an Al Hassan Yusuf, who is usually in the team, you can say, okay, Al Hassan Yusuf is more of a defensive-minded guy, and then when you have Frank Onyeka, you have Wilfred Ndidi. Al Hassan Yusuf is not really going to get on the field, So you bring in somebody that has a little bit more quality with the ball. Okay, but even that quality with the ball, I don't see it in Mohamed Usman. I saw it in one game that he played against Atletico de Madrid. I agree, but I don't see it. I'm not going to lie to anybody here and say I watch him week in, week out. No, I don't. I monitor his performances. I don't watch the games. But whenever I monitor his performances, I don't see anything that excites me. He doesn't score goals. He doesn't provide assists. He doesn't create opportunities for his teammates. There is nothing. His passing accuracy is not good. Like, I don't exactly know what you can say is the skill or the thing that he brings into the team. And like I said, I don't want to say his federal character. I don't want to say his allocation by region. But honestly, Austin, I cannot explain. And I don't know if anybody can make me believe that this guy adds something to the team. If he wasn't good last year, what makes him good this year when he's having a worse season than he did last year? I don't get it. And this is one thing that I always complain about. We water down what it means to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Unless we just call them the Eagles, maybe we don't say they're no super again. Let's just say, okay, there's no super. Anybody that we feel like can come into the team. But I think that we are watering down what it means. And I also see, Austin, when I get messages from some players, I've got messages from players that are in Vietnam. They'll message me and say, Ayoti Alpha, is there anything you can do to help me make Super Eagles? And in my head, I go, the reason I'm saying, are you they play for Vietnam? You talk about Super Eagles, brother. You need to first move up in your career. But then, when they see people like this getting called up, they believe that one way or the other, if they know the right person, if they talk to the right people, their own too can come and they'll get the opportunity. Because we see it a lot of the time, people get selected not based on merit. And I think we need to move back. I know that Nigeria, in our general society, we do it anyhowness. But I think with the Super Eagles, we need to find a way that we can move back to a meritocracy. Yeah. If you are not...
Particularly where we are at the moment with our football.
Exactly.
It's in a state of emergency. We cannot be doing this IoT.
And the thing is that, look, we will say, oh, well, he's not even going to play now. He's just going to go there, collect match bonus. That, oh, he's actually not going to play. That's what some people might say. But here's my response to that. You think that somebody is not going to play until he gets on the field. I cannot forget 2022 Austin. Yeah. Nigeria versus Ghana. Everybody said, why is Abdullahi Shehu there? Some people told us, well, he's not going to play now. He's just there because, okay, character. He's not really going to play. He's just going to be there. Lo and behold, we needed to make a substitute. He was the only one that was available. He had to come on. When he was on, we know how our hearts were shaking. Baba nearly sell game once for us. No, it's the reality. Because you would say he's not going to play until, God forbid, bad thing. One player gets hurt. Another player gets a red card. All of a sudden, you actually need to bring him on. And then you now start shaking and you become nervy about the whole situation. I see his own, I'm very mad about. I know it's not my decision. I'm just an opinionated person, but I cannot explain it. Now, let's go to Salim Fago Lawal. We know him from the last 20 days. Salim Fago Lawal is currently having his best season of his professional career. I'll preface by saying that. But even his best season is not a great season. It's barely a good season. In recent weeks, he picked up some form and he got about 4 goals and 1 assist in his last 6 matches. So he's hitting up at the moment. But other than that, I don't see why he gets into the team ahead of, like some people have mentioned, a Philippe Otele. Otele did it since he returned to Europe. Since he came back from the UAE second half of last season, he scored bare goals for Basel. This season again, he has been playing well for Basel. Against Aston Villa today, I watched the game. He had a decent game for Basel. He created a goal that got disallowed, but he still had a decent game overall. I'm not even shouting that Otele is fantastic or he's, the next best thing since sliced bread. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that if you call a player like Salim Fago Lawal, I don't see how he merits it ahead of Philip Otele. Salim Fago has played 18 games this season. He has 6 goals and 2 assists. 4 of the goals are in the league. 2 of the goals are in the cup when they played against one semi-pro team. Okay, fine. But is that all it takes for him? Last season, he played 31 games. He scored 6 goals. The only kind of explanation that I can maybe understand, because now he plays as a striker for his club, NK Istra in Croatia. The only thing that I can maybe half accept is that we don't have any pacey strikers, and they want him as a striker that is just fast. And when
would you pick him ahead of Olusegun Olakunle?
Would I pick him ahead of Olusegun Olakunle? It's a very tricky question. Look, I don't think Olakunle deserves to be there either. So it's like you're telling me to pick between Sport Orange and Sport Apple. But look.
But wouldn't you choose who has been in the team?
Yes, if I had to, I was about to say that if I had to pick one, I'll pick who has been there before.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one, I'll pick who has been there before. I cannot explain it. And see, Eric Shell, is becoming a very dishonest man, I must say, because he did an interview with the legend, the mathematical Segun Odegbami. I watched the interview, and Odegbami asked him about how he brings players into the national team, especially new players, and he said you either have to be doing better than who is already there, or in serious form that he cannot ignore you. This guy is not in serious form that you cannot ignore. He is not better than who is already there. So what is the criteria for his selection? And I'm not trying to, they say I'm a poor son for Person Gary. I'm not trying to rain on his parade. Look, the boy is 22 years old. He's going to an Afcon. It's a big moment for his career. But then the people that make these kinds of confusing selections, they open up these players to criticism. They open up these players to backlash. Because had they not even put his name there, I will not be talking about him. That's how quote unquote irrelevant he is in the Nigerian football conversation. Nobody talks about him. I've been doing a podcast for the past 2 years. I don't think I spoke about him once until they put him in the professional list. That's the first time I spoke about him. He's not even in the picture. And then suddenly you tell us that he's among the best 28s that Nigeria has to offer. I can never believe that.
It's tough. Let's talk about Nnadi. You have interviewed him before. I've watched that interview. Does he also deserve this call-up?
Tochukwu Nnadi, deserve is a very tricky word. I don't know if I would use deserve.
No, but I mean, everybody here, the coach will come out and justify that.
Yeah, but I will say, I think Tochukwu Nnadi is good for a call-up. I think I'm not mad at it because he's a young defensive midfielder that has a lot to learn, but he has good qualities that we can be excited about. He is somebody that if he keeps progressing the way he's progressing, I don't want to put too much hype on him, but I think he can be as good as Wilfred Ndidi.
Really?
I think he can get there. I think he can get there. The things that he needs.
He's 23? He's 23 now, yeah?
So how old is he? Maybe 22, 23. Yeah, he played under 20 in 20 what? 20 let me see. He's 22 years old. He's 22 years old.
Yeah.
He needs to time his tackles better. He needs to be more careful with his tackles. That's the only thing that scares me about Nnadi. He's very prone to a yellow card and some red cards here and there. And we saw, Alassane Yusuf made a cameo at the Afcon and, caused a penalty for the South Africa game. Because all these young players that have energy and like to run and like to tackle, they are very susceptible to it. We've seen even a big player like Caicedo got a red card against Arsenal the other week. So it can happen to anybody. But if you look at Tochukwu Nnadi's record, 1 in every about 2.3 matches that he plays, he gets a booking. So he's the kind of guy that when you put him on the field, he's probably going to get a booking. And the reason why he gets these bookings is just mistiming the tackle. All those ones where you think you can get it, but then the striker just touches the ball before you, and now you've cleared him and you get a yellow card. Or just being out of position, then maybe you need to drag the person's shirts. just so that he doesn't beat you and concede an opportunity against your team. So I think that these are skills that he needs to get better at. But as an understudy to a Wilfred Ndidi, who some people already think should be phased out of the team, I'm not mad at him going there as an understudy. If you bring Nnadi on for 15 minutes in a match, I have enough confidence to say that go spoil the whole thing in 15 minutes. But I wouldn't say that he should be a starter. And again, when I look at the pool of midfielders that were in that 55-man long list that they released, would I pick him ahead of a Peter Agba? For sure.
Yeah.
Would I pick him ahead of
Will you pick him ahead of Chrysanthus Uche?
They are not the same kind of player. That's the thing.
But Chrysanthus Uche can actually do those switch for you.
See, the thing is, Chrysanthus Uche, as a professional, and this is something that I've had the conversation and debate with many people since he started playing for Getafe. He does not play as a DM for Getafe. He does not play as a DM for Crystal Palace. So when people tell me about how he was a DM back when he was playing in Nigeria or when he went to Spain and became a semi-pro, I can't use semi-pro football to justify somebody's inclusion in the national team. And when Eric Shell evaluates him as a forward-minded midfielder or as an attacker, out-and-out attacker, for me, Uche does not make the cut. It's unfortunate because I like him. I like the energy that the boy plays with. I like the passion that the boy has. But do I trust Uche to create a chance for me more than I trust a Fisayo Dele Bashiru? No. Do I trust him more than the way I trust an Alex Iwobi? No. And as a forward, can I pick him ahead of Lookman, Osimhen, Chukwueze, Akko, all those guys?
I agree. Okay, I agree. Would you pick Nnadi ahead of Alassane Yusuf?
Would I pick him ahead of Alassane Yusuf? Yes, as of today.
Come on, IoT.
No. See, it's a tricky one, Austin. It's a tricky one. The reason I say yes as of today, the only thing that I would use to pick him ahead of Alassane Yusuf is the league that he's playing in. That's the only thing I'll use to choose him ahead of Alassane Yusuf. Alassane Yusuf has already done what Nnadi is doing now in terms of doing well in Belgium. Alassane Yusuf did it already, but then he departed and moved to a lower league. Whereas Nnadi is currently doing it in that league. If Alassane Yusuf was also still in Belgium for Antwerp, I would choose him. I mean, Alassane Yusuf at Antwerp was a solid midfielder playing for one of the contending teams in Belgium.
Fantastic.
It's just the fact that now he has gone to the USA.
Yeah.
But who took Alassane's spot?
In Antwerp?
No, in this Super Eagles list. It's Usman that took Alassane's spot.
Okay. We've analyzed this newbies. Let's go to some of the old conversations, and then we'll talk about the returnees. Just give me a minute. IoT, I'm gonna miss this guy.
William Trustekong.
Yeah.
See, are we going to miss him at the Afcon? Yes. Yes, we are. They say that sometimes you don't know what you have until you lose it. Nigerians are going to find out a little bit what OKON brings and what he has been bringing to the national. We're talking about a defender that could score goals for us. Not just random goals, but yes, some people might say it's penalty. But he also scored some touch goals, if you remember, from some set pieces, even in against South Africa at, was it 2021 Afcon or so, or thereabouts. Look, OKON brought leadership that we needed to the national team. Is he one of the best players anymore? No, he's not. But could we still use an OKON off the field and as an impact sub? I think we could. For me, I think Eric Shell disrespected OKON a little bit too much for my liking. I feel like Eric Shell did him the way that Arne Slot is doing Mohamed Salah.
Was it Eric Shell?
Well,
OKON led that protest.
See,
OKON told those players we are not going to train.
Austin, for me, it's even before the protest. Look, for me, I knew that Eric Shell and Ekong were in two different worlds from that South Africa game. Ekong scored an own goal against South Africa. Did he make an error? Yes. And then he gets hooked off at halftime. Look, this thing, I don't think he was having a terrible performance in that game.
I said the same thing too. And
he made one error that led to an own goal. I agree. But was he having a terrible performance? No. When Iwobi made an error against DRC, did they hook him off at halftime? When Ndidi has made errors in the past, did he get hooked off at halftime? So for me, once Eric Shell did that, I was like, this man really, really does not like Ekong. And then, furthermore, we go to DR Congo just last month. Nigeria is getting to a penalty shootout. 5 minutes to go. You are subbing on a defender. Ekong happens to be the captain, happens to be a defender, happens to be your team's number one penalty taker. 5 minutes to penalty shootout. You didn't bring him up. You didn't bring him onto the field. What that says is that you feel like even 5 minutes, this guy goes spoil the whole match. Even just 5 minutes on the field. So I feel like that was a bit disrespectful from Eric Shell. And now that the guy has said, you know what, rather than me just continue to spoil what I've already built, let me just pack my things and go. Maybe some people do not want him anymore. I don't know what exactly it is. That's why I said I feel like they're doing him like they're doing Salah. But I think we're going to miss Ekong's leadership. We're going to miss some of his goal contributions. Because when I look on the squad list now, is there any defender that I trust to score me a goal? Or that, not even forget trust, that I think can score me a goal? Maybe Shemi Ajayi from a few set pieces can try to get something. But how often does it happen? Awaziem doesn't score goals. Zaidu doesn't score. Bright doesn't score. Bruno doesn't score. Bassey got one handball goal against South Africa, but doesn't really score goals. Igor doesn't score goals. I'm not saying it cannot happen, but I think that's a quality that Ekong brings. At least from set pieces, he would have been somebody that the opponents would have to pay a little bit of attention to, and we can trust him in penalty situations. Would he have been a starter? Probably not. But I mean, I think he could have offered something.
Agree, 100%. I had to just bring that up because my viewers were all coming for me, and there are some people were reminding me too that maybe because he's a quiet bomb with me, that's why I was doing it. I said, look, this guy has been dedicated. This guy has given us the sort of defensive play that we missed in the Super Eagles for a long time. Maybe the person that was closest to it was Joseph Yobo, you know, and he has shown us that. And you mentioned leadership. If you check now, they have been told who can be the leader, who can be
we don't have a leader in the team anymore.
Maybe Wilfred.
I mean, Ndidi is my pick to be the next captain because I mean he has been the vice. But Ndidi, look, I don't know Ndidi personally, you know, but from what I see of his personality, it doesn't give me the vibe of somebody that, like, for example, the incident that happened now. I don't think Ndidi would have led the charge for the players to stand up and do something, you know. And we know that Nigeria. See, look, Austin, you've been covering this game way longer than I have been covering it. Is there any tournaments that we go to that Wahala doesn't pop up at some point?
Impossible.
Something will always happen. Who is going to take charge? Who is going to liaise with the authorities, the administrators, and make sure that everything gets settled, everything gets done? I don't really know. Ndidi just strikes me as too much of a calm guy. Look at even when he was wearing the captain's armband, he went to talk to his goalkeeper. His goalkeeper pushed his chest. I told him, boy, be going. You know? No, really. The goalkeeper pushed his chest and told him to be going. And he just turned around and left.
What will you do? You don't go slap him. You don't go slap him.
You will slap the goalkeeper. But you're the captain. You will show your authority on the field. You know, I watch many different, like, you were never going to, you're never going to do that to even I'm trying to think of a young captain somewhere, you know. But if we talk about the legends, the John Terrys, you know, the Nemanja Vidic, the likes of them, you know, even Gary Neville when he was captain. Like, these are players that if your player is misbehaving, you go and, like, you're not supposed to go and start insulting or fighting your teammates. But you then, guy, fix up, man. What are you doing? It's not one that you go and you push your chest and you just turn around. You then, like, no, you're a misbehaving guy. You have to do the right do the right thing. You refocus everybody. So for me, I don't necessarily see that in Ndidi, but I hope that this is not something that will matter when it comes to the tournament.
I hope so too, But in terms of his quality and what he can give, does he still have much to give?
Ndidi?
Yeah.
Look, Ndidi, does he have much? He has whatever he has left in his body. But my thing is that Ndidi is still the best DM that we have. When it comes to a traditional DM, ball winning, tackling, interceptions, Ndidi is still the best that we have. Now I know that a lot of people are not happy with Ndidi's performances in recent months and things like that. But when I look at all the players, if we look their club statistics, if we look even their national team statistics, nobody wins tackles, nobody wins interceptions, nobody recovers the ball as much as Wilfred Ndidi does. It's just the reality of it. Is he as pacey as he used to be from some 5-6 years ago? No, he has gotten injured, he has gotten older a little bit. So these things have gone away from his game. Can Ndidi use the ball going forward? Is he a creative option? Is he somebody that can score you a goal? No, we've seen him shoot and we've seen him shoot terribly. So we're not expecting that from Wilfred Ndidi. But as far as that ball winner, that tackler, interceptions, recoveries, positional awareness, knowing where the ball is going to drop and getting there to get it, those second balls, I think Ndidi is still the best, so he deserves to be in the team.
Would you risk him in a CM position? We saw that against Gabon, and he did show some sparks. Gave Osimhen that pass that Osimhen didn't score. Gave Chidera Ajuke that pass for the goal. Would you want to switch things up a bit with a Wilfred Ndidi to see if that can actually work?
It's tricky because if you push Ndidi forward a little bit, who do you put behind him? Is the question. Tank, I would rather put Frank Onyeka to play that box-to-box role, because Onyeka, we know, like his name implies, the tank. He has that energy, non-stop. He can run back and forth. And if he cannot run back and forth like that the entire match, he'll tire out by 60, 70 minutes. So I wouldn't necessarily risk it too much. We see under Enzo Maresca for Leicester City, was it the 2 years ago?
Yeah,
he played a more attack-minded CM role, and he got his best goals and assist tally of his career. So he can provide some of that. But am I convinced that that's where he should play for the national team? No, I am not. I would still rather play him as a holding guy. When the opportunity arises, if he can bomb forward in those moments, and then the other person knows to sit, or when he sees a pass that he can play. Because one thing for me, I always tell players is that even if you're not a passing guy, if you see a pass, play the pass. At least attempt it. And then if you lose one or two, okay, guy, maybe I should probably calm down. But like you mentioned, like he gave a fine pass to Victor Osimhen that would have been a beautiful assist if Osimhen had finished it. So I would keep him as a DM, but I think that he can offer in moments. He doesn't score goals, unfortunately. He just doesn't score goals. But I think he can offer in moments a little bit of forward contribution.
Solid player. I like him a lot. IoT. How bad will we miss this guy?
We'll miss him a lot. He was the second solid center back that we had. Now the other three center backs that we have, come ça. Now waiting we see on the day now we go collect. I mean, a very young boy, very composed on the ball. Even though I felt like he did not merit his initial call up, he came and showed that he deserved to be there.
Me too. IoT. I was at the Super Eagles Hotel in London during the Unity Cup when they brought him to meet Eric Shell. And I was there saying, because he was part of that under 20 team, and I know his story from ABS to Nasarawa United. I used to criticize him that he's too slow. But you see, that is what can happen to Nnadi. And I like the analysis you gave. The moment this guy stayed around the Super Eagles players, something changed. Something changed right from when he played that Unity Cup game. Talk through. He wasn't the Benjamin Fredericks you ever knew. And he showed it. Clean on the tackles, going forward. I mean, look at that drive and pass to Osimhen against Gabon. We'll miss him.
We'll miss him. You know, his composure, his ability to split the lines of the midfield and move the ball forward, either passing the ball or actually driving with the ball. I think he brings a lot of quality that we don't have in Shemi Ajayi, we don't have in Igor Obu, and we really don't have in Chidozie Awaziem either. You know, Awaziem is a cover center back these days. He's somebody that stays behind to clear the ball, to win second balls, you know, but he doesn't really have quality on the ball like that. When Awaziem was playing in the USA, I used to watch him quite often, you know, always trying to be a ball playing center back and play long passes. You know, Ekong tries it, he doesn't do it well. Shemi Ajayi does not even try to play passes. You know, so maybe Awaziem gives us a little bit of long ball, but Benjamin Frederick brings a lot of qualities that we're not going to have. And, you know, with his youth as well, he brings that youthful energy, excitement.
Yeah.
See, I think it's going to be Bassey and Shemi. But the moment Shemi cannot play or something happens to Bassey, God forbid, whatever, or yellow cards, you know, whatever the case may be, we're really going to be shaking our boots with the replacements that we have.
Are you telling me you place Shemi Ajayi ahead of Igor?
Yes.
Tell me why.
I don't think Igor is a very, very good defender. I think that he makes some errors that he shouldn't be making for a national team level in terms of his reading the game, in terms of his tackling. I don't really think that he offers much as a set piece threat or as a set piece defender either. And whenever he goes up against quality attackers, he always has a bad game. You know, I've never seen him play against a quality team that he did not play badly. And I'm not even saying, oh, you just did not shine. I'm saying that whenever check Slavia Prague, whenever they play against a quality team, just like they did a few days ago, whenever he plays against a quality team, Igor always has a bad game. In the Europa League, many times I've seen it happen. Yeah. This season in the Champions League, if they play,
he's not just refined.
And Shemi for me, I know that Shemi is great, but Shemi has more of that experience playing against good players, experience.
But I still think he's slow.
He is slow. I mean, he is slow. He is, but not everybody has to be. Not everybody has to be fast.
But as a defender, we want to see a bit of agility, a bit of, you know, you have to be feared.
But what Shemi lacks in his pace and in his agility, he has in terms of his understanding of the game. If you are good enough to know where the ball is going to drop, you don't have to be faster than the other person. You just know to be there before the ball gets there. And I think that's what Shemi Ajayi has. He's not going to run forward because he knows he cannot run back. You know, he's not going to be somebody he's not the first man to go and press. Bassey is probably the first man to go and press. But he's going to play more of a cover road, no nonsense center back, and just make sure that he's always in the right place at the right time. I think he's intelligent enough for a player like Igor to watch and learn. And when Shemi cannot play, you bring Igor in. I think Igor is going to play minutes in this tournament. But I just don't have enough confidence in saying Igor is my starting center back. I like Igor. He's a guy that I talk to.
And you know, as long as we pass through the MPFL, we are still friends.
But I don't have enough confidence, man. Maybe he plays and he proves me wrong. I'll be happy if he does. Yeah. I've just seen him too many times against good teams. Against Tanzania, he probably will be fine. Against Uganda, probably will be fine. But once you start playing against some of the better teams that we might meet in the quarters, in the semis,
he has to be refined. He needs better understanding of the game. There's still a bit of gra in there, you know, so he worries him. You could tell it's the foundation of the football that he had, you know. That's part of the reason. But let's see some positives. What excites you about this squad?
That at least they did not remove any of the players that are supposed to for sure be there. You know, all the players that are supposed to be there are there for sure. The ones that they did not include are the ones that was always going to be a toss-up, was always going to be a debate, you know. So
tell me about one name
that
was supposed to be in the piece. Because I have a name, but I want to see if it's what you have in your mind.
That was supposed to be there that did not make it. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I mean, if we ignore Maduka, we've kind of already spoken about Maduka. Maduka should have, of course, have been there. You know, I know, like you said, some people are saying that it's because he didn't want to be there. I asked somebody that is always one of his people. The guy did not reply me, so I don't know if that's true or not. But Maduka for sure should make the team. The only other person that I can say maybe should make the team.
That has been with the team before. Let me add that caveat too. That has been with the team before that I've seen a bit of.
The only one that you can call is Tolu.
Exactly. That's what I was waiting for.
No, but I cannot argue Tolu's exclusion. And the reason I say this is because, look, I've said this many times here. If I were a coach, or when I used to coach under 12, if I'm picking strikers, I want my best striker, regardless of what kind of player he is. My best striker has to be there. I want another striker that is good on the ball, can play with his feet a little bit, you know, maybe has a little bit of pace, maybe can dribble a little bit, but good on the ball. And I want a big boy striker. I want a
I like where you've landed. You've come to my bus stop. IoT, you've seen a bit of Tolu Arokodare in the Super Eagles, and you've seen a bit of Paul Onuachu. Who would you pick?
Paul.
Tell me, come on.
First of all.
Come on, no. Paul Onuachu has disappointed you guys enough.
Yes, he has. I'm not debating that.
Put his frame, put Tolu's frame, drive and energy. Who would you pick? Osimhen's type of energy.
For nobody's Osimhen. Nobody is Osimhen. And I think that's Austin. See, that's one of the things that people say that I disagree with. Let's stop expecting whoever comes on the field in that striker position to give us what Victor Osimhen gives us. Nobody can give us what Osimhen gives us. Onuachu, whether it's Onuachu, whether it's Tolu, whether it's Ako, whether it's Salim Fago, nobody is going to press, is going to cover the kind of ground, is going to threaten defenders the way Osimhen does. So let's put that away from our minds. Look, Onuachu is the most informed Nigerian player, period, as far as going into this tournament. For me, that is already something that I have to give him. When I look at Tolu versus Paul, because I think that Tolu and Paul are fighting for the same spot in the team. They are both those big boy, big, tall, physical strikers. Onuachu's hold-up play is better. Onuachu's heading is better. Finishing, you can say maybe Tolu is a better finisher because when Tolu gets a chance, he finishes. So you can say Tolu is a better finisher, but Onuachu's hold-up is better. Onuachu's aerial ability is better. Onuachu is more experienced. For me, Tolu, the two goals that he scored for the Nigerian national team, one was God helped him, the ball dropped on. I'm not going to take it away from him, but the ball dropped on the line, was on the floor, he kicked it in. The second one was a Russian player made a mistake and gave him the ball, the goalkeeper, I think. And then
one chance, one goal. That's all it does, like that you want.
One gift, one goal, I agree. But what I'm saying is that we've seen him time after time waste aerial balls. We've seen it time after time. He's wasted aerial balls. We've seen it time after time where his hold-up play, it just couldn't stick. And I even thought that's something that he got better at, because when he was in his early days in Latvia and Belgium, he was terrible at hold-up, but he became better. But for the national team, his hold-up has just been bad. And then when you now add the fact that the guy only plays chicken change minutes for his club, he doesn't play. They bring him on when they're losing 3-0 and they just want to rest the other striker. They bring him on. Tell me how you join the worst team in England and you are still the third choice striker. For me, I don't think that there's any justification for to losing. If it was included, I don't think that there will be solid justification. The only argument that works in his favor is that he has been there recently and Paul has not. But I think Paul is a better striker. Paul is definitely the more experienced striker. And for the role that I think that they are going to play, where is more so an aerial presence and hold up, I think Paul will do it better for us.
Okay. I concede. What's your take on Chidera Ejuke?
Chidera Ejuke, you don't know what you're going to get from him. But when he plays well, you are excited. Look, I once said in maybe what year was this? Maybe in 2019, 2020 or so. I told people that Chidera Ejuke was the most exciting Nigerian player that I've watched since JJ Okocha. Just in terms of the pure excitement that he brings onto the football field. But we've seen that as he has grown and developed, he hasn't developed his decision making as well as he should have. You know, he hasn't become a threat like you expect him to. He needs to play with more energy. I look at Chidera Ejuke, I don't think that somebody like a Jeremy Doku is not more skillful than Chidera Ejuke. But Jeremy Doku, the Belgian Man City player, when he plays, every time he gets the ball, the energy and intent that he runs at you with, you always feel like something can happen. A goal can come, an assist can come. You're not wrong. That's also down to coaching as well, because Doku wasn't doing this last season. It's also down to the coaching. And I think that Ejuke, the natural ability that he has to dribble the ball and to cause fear in the minds of defenders, I think he needs to be more direct, more intent, run with more intent. If there's green in front of you, that's one thing that pisses me. I'm not even that old, though, but when I watch all these modern day wingers, there's green in front of you. I think even Thierry Henry has said this before. If you are fast and there's all this grass in front of you, sometimes just knock the ball and run. Use your pace. And at the final moment when you have to, just pick your head up and see what the best option is. You have to maintain control. If there is a pass to give in the middle of the box, play that pass. If there is a cut back. If the best option is to score. You watch a player like Pedro Neto playing for Chelsea. That's all Neto does. He just puts his head down and run. But when
the only time Moses Simon ran and raised his head, he was playing a pass to Frank Onyeka to score. The only time he saw green and used the space and ran, and he always wants
to use the ability that you have. If you are faster than them, just run. And if you can just pick your head up and pick the best pass, because that's something with Chidera. Initially, when he started playing, he wasn't passing. He would dribble, then shoot. Then he now got a lot of criticism, and I think he started to pass a lot more. But then he doesn't always pick the best pass. Sometimes you're actually supposed to shoot. You're now passing because you don't want to appear selfish. So for me, if Ejuke can make his decision making to be clean, I think that he's a good player. But I think he offers a little bit of dynamism, in the team. So I'm not mad at his inclusion. I like Ejuke. I really want to see him do well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can offer. And when you consider the fact that we don't really have wingers, is he Olusegun that would have benched him? The only person that you could have maybe not, that you could have taken ahead of Ejuke is maybe Otele.
But because he has already come into the team and they've seen it.
Ejuke is already in the team. So I understand the coach saying, let me stick with this guy that I know.
I agree. I'll take one more question before I let you go, and then I'll bring up the other guys. This is the question that I'm asking before you leave. See it right there. Is it a solid?
I rate this team a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Is this a team that I look at and I say, this team wins the Afcon? No. Is this a team that I look at and I say, this team can win the Afcon? Yes. I think that with the players selected, my minimum expectation is semi-final. And the reason I say that, semi-final, my minimum expectation.
Okay, minimum. Because I thought
No. See, and the reason I say that is because, like you mentioned, Austin, the main core key players are still there.
True.
Those ones are still there. Osimhen is still there. Lookman is still there. Chukwueze, Ndidi, Iwobi, Bassey. They are all still there.
Yeah.
So those guys should still be able to deliver. And then we hope that the ones on the bench can give us a little bit
tired, and when they have a chance,
exactly, step up. It is a chance for you to show yourself a little bit more. So I think when we might lose is when we need to go into the depth of our squad. And that's why I said like a semi-final. Because you imagine by the time you've played 5 games in the tournament, there's a chance of suspension, there's a chance of injury, there's a chance of fatigue. That's when you need a strong bench. That's when you need to say, okay, maybe Ndidi has finished playing 4 matches, Ndidi is tired. And you know, tournament is every 3 games, every 3 days rather, you play a game. So that's when you might need to look to your bench. Can those bench players help us to go over the line? The defense doesn't inspire me. It's that defense that I'm really scared about. Honestly, that's the part that scares me.
Particularly if you know how Francis is all in goal. Jesus.
See, it's the defense that scares me. Plus the goalkeeper, let's bunch them up together. That's the part that scares me. So when we need to call on the depth of our squad, because again, I say this, and it's not my saying, but there's a saying that a team is only as strong as its weakest link. And for me, our weakest link is really weak.
Is that defense?
So we see it with even clubs. When it's a long season, when it's a long tournament, and we need your bench to deliver, sometimes the bench cannot deliver. But I think semi-final we go.
I will hold on to your 7 over 10. I will hold on to your 7. It's reassuring. There's a bit of quality in here. And the bulk of the team have been through the pain of not qualifying for the World Cup. So that might be their motivation. This is the last. I thought that was the last before I let you go. Would you risk Raphael Onyeka in the squad if you have a chance to pick it?
What do you mean by risk?
Because he hasn't really played with the team on the
Shell. Shell hasn't played him, yeah.
So because we have seen it, we know this guy's got that quality. The same thing at the last Afcon, Pizarro too was scared of introducing this guy. So if you have the chance, there's a bit of mix up here and there in your midfield. Would you turn and say Raphael Onyeka go make me proud?
It depends on who we're playing. If we're playing against a team that we're dominating possession, I will. You know, if we're playing against a team that is out there, like we're already on the back foot, then I probably wouldn't bring him on as the midfielder to shore up my midfield. But if it's a team that I feel like we need to take the game to them, we're better than these guys, we should go and dominate them, then I'll bring Raphael on. Raphael has a good passing range. You know, he's not the most creative player, but he can pass the ball well.
Good work rate.
And he has good work rate. You know, sometimes he can be caught out of position. I'm well aware. You know, sometimes when he plays against a midfielder that can change direction easily, he gets beaten. You know, it's not to knock him. I like Raphael. In fact, I have his jersey on my wall behind me. So
that was what I saw, and I said, let me bring that in.
so I like him. I like him as a player. But my whole thing is that if you watch, even at Club Brugge, whenever his team concedes a goal from just outside the penalty area, Raphael is always on the crime scene. Just like Slot Ekonati is always on the crime scene. Raphael is always on the crime scene.
Martinelli goal.
See, when he plays against a midfielder that can change direction quickly, that can just go left, right, he is not as good in terms of following those players. But when he's playing against a team that he can control the game, that he can be on the front foot a little bit, I like him. So that's what I would do.
Yeah, I'd say. Let me let you go. Thanks so much
for your time. Thank you very much. And always nice.
It was a good come and choke mouth. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll do this again tomorrow if you've got a minute. Pop in.
No problem. All right. Tomorrow I'm traveling, so I might not be able to. But
okay. Yeah. Okay. And get ready. I'll definitely be in Canada for the World Cup. That's the location I say I want to come to. I don't do US.
Okay, we're here.
I'm gonna see you guys in Canada. Thanks so much. I come to Morocco.
No, I'm not coming to Morocco.
Okay. I'll be there on the 21st.
Yeah. All right.
Nice one, bro. Thank you. So, guys, that's IoT Goose Tracker. Go show him some love. You know, IoT knows his Nigerian football so well, you know. So let me bring my guys. Thank you so much to you guys. I just wanted to, do the core analysis with them. I see Kunlezi and Zinko B. Let me bring you guys right away. Get in here, guys. Get in here. Good to see you guys. Kunlezi, Baba, good to see you. Zinko B, I greet you.
I do. You're welcome, Galston. Thanks for having us here.
Nice.
I salute you.
Always a delight. So, Kolexi, you entered the room first. Let me get your general view on the list.
Yes, I think I was listening to IoT and a few things. I already said one of the last comment I made on YouTube was what you mentioned. I think every standard team, you have to have a way you want to schedule your team. And I think when people talk about squad selection, a balanced team is not squad selection is just not about numbers or CM, DM. Football has gone beyond CM, DM, center back. There are certain tactics that you want. Do you have a box to box? Do you just midfield alone? Do you have a box to box? Do you have an attacking midfielder who is more creative? Do you have a destroyer, which is more in terms of tackles and all those things, things like that. Wingers, do you have an inside forward or do you have a wide winger? Do you understand? Strikers, do you have a poacher? Do you have a finisher? Do you have a false nine? Do you get my point? So do you have somebody who is good on the feet? Do you have somebody who is tall in here? Every team has to be balanced. A flexible coach needs to think about all of this when you are. Yes, the truth is you cannot now have a nation that has all of these things and have best players in all of these situations. Maybe some nations will do. Places like Spain, because they have a very good local league and their players are across the world and they are top in those areas. France, England, but we are not one of those teams. So we would not likely have a well-balanced and well-structured team that would tick all these boxes together. So which means that there will be some areas who have lapses, but the coach has to decide, will I ever need this type of players and will I ever need to put them in? For example, even in the defense, you will talk about some defenders are basic just defenders, some center backs. Some center backs are ball-playing center back, which means a coach that wants to build from the back has to think about those kind of defenders. Like Ajayi is relatively okay. And that's one of those things that made us better. It's not only about Benjamin Frederick's ability to pass the ball. I mean, it's not ability to mark and tackle. His ability on the ball. Because Bassey relatively is good. Because Bassey used to play wing fullback. So he can still push the ball and move the ball. So the extra advantage of having two center backs that can play the ball just gives you that extra challenge it just gives that extra advantage to move. Which is part of the reasons why I think I agree. I think the team will be 7.5 or 7. But the problem we will have, and it's the same problem we have, and why we did not win that World Cup CAF World Cup qualifier final, is the depth. And when we now start looking at the defense and the depth, we don't have players that can stand up, and I think they should just cover their eyes in the shame, because that's your opportunity. Because when you remove the best players and you say that you come and rest the best players, then what are you thinking about?
It just looks ordinary.
That's the point. But particularly, and that's why I cannot fault Eric Chel's this I don't know if he has a whole hand in it, but I know the only person that I think I have the midfield, for example, I can't fault some changes he's made in the midfield, because for example, I think that Nnadi guy, I've looked at his stats and a few of his stuffs. I think in terms of tackles, and it would have been maybe Imba or Alassane in that regard, in terms of what nature. But IoT's example and the way he put it in is always very key and is important. And you remember, there's something I want to use to give Eric Chel's excuse, but I'm looking for what he would do with this Afcon. And if he does the same thing again, then I think I'm just going to put him in my own bad books. And one thing I see is he only has the first 11. And I wonder why you will have a first 11 and you bring players on that cannot like provide you that cover and maintain your team to a relatively good level. But you invited them. So why invite players that you will not use? A good example is Maduka Okoye, and I suspect maybe that's why he said something about, if what he said is true, I will face club football. There are some players you don't bring in, and when your slight opportunity comes in, you never use them. Do you get my point? Like, they just come and they never play. Another person is this Onyeka. I don't know how I think if he's that poor that he cannot get 20, 10, 15 minutes in just their tired midfield, then don't call them again. That's my own point. Because don't call them again.
Because somebody with a bit of intelligence holding the ball thing, and Frank Onyeka and Wilfred Ndidi were dying, and Onyeka is there on the bench.
Well, I don't know why, because I think he could have used Onyeka. The problem is Onyeka cannot do what Ndidi is doing. But people have said we should do it. We can never try it. He does not. He is not a destroyer. He's not a interceptor. He's not like a Caicedo kind of player. No, that can win the ball back for you. He's not like all those N'Golo Kante that runs. Do you get? That's the problem I have with him. He doesn't have very good tackle rate to go in and get the ball, intercept and read the game. It can make that little bit of link up play for you in that regards, and maybe just help you push the ball forward in that regards, as much as possible. Frank Onyeka is that box to box that you want, a little bit box to box. Maybe it doesn't lack Avlas in terms of attacking option, because most box to box players now are good attacking. You look at the likes of them, the three guys these guys have in PSG. They are very good box to box midfielders, but they have the same set of skill set in the counter that they have stamina, they have good hold of the ball, they are very slick with the ball possession, and they can score.
Have good work rates.
All our players have deficiency in one thing. The guys that can shoot, that can score, cannot do box to box. That's Dele Bashiru, for example, is limited in that regard. In Ndidi, that will even go forward and shoot. I don't know what happened. His shooting is terrible.
No, this is coaching. It's coaching, and it's sort of sometimes you look out for your team. I'll come back to you, Kulezi. Zizo B, welcome. Don't sleep on me. Don't sleep on me. Are you excited about this squad?
It's apart from the new faces, it's still the same people, innit? Because I'm worried.
Why? Tell me why.
This Afcon, I've said it. If Nigeria pass the group stage, we'll thank our God that we'll try.
To Morocco, let me stay small.
Because
let me see
the reason why I'm saying this is look at our left back, Sanusi and the Bruno. Bench. They can play. They have not played the last 2 matches for their club. Wing.
That's what we have now. Zaidu has been with this team for quite some time. Same with Bruno. What else do you want? What else will we do? That's what we have.
You look at the middle, Ugo, all these people, they play. But when it comes to
we be like replacement.
The only person there for me, I'm not even talking about Ajayi. Ajayi played average football. Ajayi doesn't play all these. If you put Ajayi against Senegal, that is when you will know that Ajayi is not good. Or you put Ajayi against. Don't worry, you will see the match against Tunisia. You will see the Ajayi all of you are talking about.
It will surprise you. Ajayi for me is an
surprise who?
Defender.
Ajayi, the one I'm watching in Hull City. I don't think you guys are watching Hull City match. I'm watching it every weekend. Ajayi is not good. I'm telling you the truth. I've watched him several times.
It's not bad when he plays for Super Eagles. What are you saying?
Which match have we played apart from the DRC Congo? He played nonsense. See that match. He would have stopped that guy from crossing that ball. Assuming he make 1 or 2 steps. What that guy would have done is to turn and pass that ball back to the midfield. But he gave him space to cross the ball.
Okay.
Let me tell you, if he's somebody that is good, he will not allow. Look, as soon as he will make that mistake. We have 3 to 4 players tracking back. All of a sudden, we didn't see anybody. We only see Ndidi and that Congolese striker.
So wait, is this a solid team?
It's not a solid team. I'm not gonna lie to you. The reason why I said it's not I have told. There's a program I joined. I told them the problem of Nigeria is midfield. It's not, but now because these people are not going, we have 2 problems now: midfield and defense. Because
so will you play okay, who will you play in the middle with Calvin Bassey?
The person I would have played in the back with the Bassey is Chidozia Wuzium. I'm telling you.
He's there now. He's there. So
that's what I'm saying. It's better than, but all these people. But the reason why I said Chidozia Wuzium is better than Ajayi is because Chidozia Wuzium has played against PSG. He has played against Monaco. He has played against Lyon. All these big
Having
players.
a good season since he
You
moved to.
understand? But Ajayi is not playing this kind of people. That's why I say people don't understand what is going on. If you play this guy against Senegal, against Tunisia, against Egypt,
What is Tunisia? What
against Morocco, he will chop. They will mess him up.
Teamwork. It will ride on the form of his teammates. Okay, that's a good one. Let me bring in Daniel. Still stay with me. Stay with me. Daniel, good to have you. Welcome. Welcome. So, guys, if you have your way, but I know it's mobile, you guys are using it, but it's always good when you make it landscape. I think landscape gives it the, Zizo has done that. So, colleagues, try and see if you can go landscape. Daniel, try and see if you can go landscape. So the team will just, take the entire screen and then, I think is that auto rotates. You just use it and you just rotate it. But if you cannot, it's not a problem. Anyway, Daniel, when you do it, I'll bring you back. Let me just take you off. Daniel, I think you've done that now. Good. So let's get on. Kulezi has done it. Daniel, you've not done it. I just want you to. Okay. I'll watch you when
sorry. I wanted to say something here.
Okay. Don't worry, Daniel. Just don't worry. Yeah, go on.
He added there is that's
another yeah.
He is injured though, he got ankle injury. If Panathinaikos last night, he's not even on the bench. So what is going on?
It will come through. It will come through.
Oh my God!
It will come through. Daniel, welcome. Thank you for getting to landscape. Daniel, are you also worried about this squad?
No, I'm not. I'm not. Can you hear me?
You got that confidence?
I got confidence. I know so we'll go far. All these things that these guys are saying, your boys are saying, I know so we'll go far. We'll go beat Tanzania, we'll go beat Uganda, we might even beat Tunisia. The only problem I have with the squad is the Mariko Okoye not going. But no problem. Instead of playing Ajayi, just as that man said, I played Awaziem. Awaziem has been playing with the Super Eagles since 2012, 2013. I remember Awaziem when I was supposed to go to the Olympics in 2012, when he played in the rock of that defense, or was this, I think 16, with Osimhen, where
it's been a good cover. It's been a very good cover.
Yes. So I trust Awaziem very well. More than Ajayi. I have confidence in the team. I saw the list this afternoon. I know people don't like this, and I love to see Iheanacho there. People might not like it. Iheanacho makes sense for me. He's one player.
1 second.
Yeah.
I trust Iheanacho. I got confidence, and I know we'll go far. And also, mark my words, we beat Morocco in that final, and we'll beat Morocco or Senegal. When it comes to the big boys, I know we can play them. This World Cup qualifier that we bottled, I have a feeling that these boys were tired. I've been listening to all kind of podcasts. I hear people talk. It's not easy to play 120 minutes of football and rest for 2 days. That is the main reason why we lost to Congo, DR. If they are giving us extra 4 more days, we would have beaten Congo square and fair. 3 minutes of football, these boys were tired. Me, I play I'm 44. I play football, but I cannot play like these guys are playing anymore.
Yeah.
I tell you soccer. I tell you that. I don't know why our coaches don't trust Rafael Uedica.
Yeah,
I believe that in that game with Congo, if you have put Uedica with Onyeka and try to rest Iwobi and put somebody else just to play that first half, I think would have been solid and beat Congo DR. But the coaches don't trust Rafael. I don't know why. Now, with this list that we have, I was only upset with the fact that Usman Muhammed, I have not really watched his game. Me, I will tell you, I think is this, is in, how do you call it, Northern Quota? No, the show can
That's
mean
why
Northern
everyone
Quota.
is saying that is the
The Northern
quota
Quota.
thing that put him
The
in the
Northern
team.
Quota is what is causing this problem. And another point I want to put, that game with Congo is serious. I know Desert was injured. If Desert was there, we'll not be discussing this story now. We'll have beaten Congo.
See, same series Deltas that we said did not show that he can play Afghan football. Was it not that game against South Africa or Lesotho that they now took him off?
Okay,
and
that stadium
NFL,
was no good. That stadium was bad. Let's be frank. Look at that stadium. That stadium was bad. That stadium was bad. You can tell. Is that not where Onyeka got hurt? Osimhen got hurt. South Africa knew if they are taking us to the FNB, FS, is it FNB or FNB stadium?
no, they played
We'll beat them there.
antics, but we also didn't turn up. We were terrible. Let's leave anything. We were terrible. South Africa didn't play, but we were terrible. Obed
Also, that stadium was
Chinedu,
bad. That
I
stadium was bad.
see you, Obed Chinedu. You just joined the studio, but you need to turn on your camera. You need to turn on your camera. I need to see you. Then I'll bring you on. Let me bring Kulexi. Kulexi, what do you guys, I like the fact that you guys are having a bit of confidence in this squad, but what do you think can make the difference for the team?
I think everyone knows that we have a good, strong 11, but this is tournament football, and they cannot, they will not be able to. I think you have to take the other guy out. All right. Yes. So this is tournament football, and I don't think they will be able to. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't think they'll be able to maintain that level of fitness 100%. And that is why you send a team to a competition, a team of 28, 25, 23, because you need to realize that at some point you need to use certain players. And that was why my argument before was you need a balanced team. And sometimes it's okay when you change things around and you make changes, then you switch to whatever favors that team that you have at that moment, which is where plan B or different formations come in. That's what I think Chelsea sometimes doesn't have right now. It doesn't have a second backup, or maybe he doesn't trust the second backup, or he has not found what works for the second backup. The last speaker was talking about playing 120 minutes, but that's part of competition. That's football. That's what makes football what it is. Sometimes especially in all these kind of competitions, group stage, yeah. I think Nigeria should. We have no reasons why we are not going to leave that group and qualify from the group stage. That was even the worst of it all. We cannot even qualify from the group stage, but I think we will. The question is at the knockout competitions where extra times can start to happen. How does the coach manage this? The only confidence I have a little bit is Eric Chelle has proven that for every downfall or defeat he has had, he looks like a very, very critical coach who tends to learn from it over time. So most of the issues that we've had, although when they come, they already cost us. The Zimbabwe draw, he tried to fix it with his subs, being more proactive, being more cautious with the subs, understanding the nature of competition and the fact that sometimes a goal is enough to win you the game. So he's chopped that up a little bit. I suspect he would have learned two lessons from this last concluded tournament that we came out short of. One is in terms of that midfield balance. How does it? Because he's already seen now that these guys can be tired. What do you do about it? And I suspect, and I said it the other, I said the problem we have, and this is why I'm happy he didn't take Tolu. Sorry to say, is he took a gamble, bring in a midfielder that will start running around and try and get the ball, but we don't have a box to box that can collect the ball and still hold up the ball and draw foul. Like someone like Mikel that will collect the ball and draw foul. We don't have any player like that can really go and get the ball, hold the ball in that middle when the ball playing defenders pass the ball to them and draw foul and be slowing the game down. From there, we'll be launching the ball. So what he had was to throw a long ball, thinking we have a tall striker that is taller than the two opposition defenders, and then maybe hold the ball, but he couldn't hold the ball. So I think Onuachu, just as I said, I agree with IoT that Onuachu probably should be able to hold the ball a little bit and maybe nod it better. Tolu didn't do that, and I think his energy level is a little bit as poor as that as well. And I think for African football, we need people that can run, that can even mark the ball, because you press from front. Football is now about pressing from the front. It's not like one striker will just be jogging around. You have to press from the ball. You force your opponent to make a mistake. If they don't, that goal with again, was it Gabon goal that they passed? and then this guy is slotted back in. That back pass is part of pressing. So it's you press the ball, and that's part of what we need. And some of the teams we are playing, their players are not that experienced. So a little bit of pressure is enough to do it for us. So what are the things that can fix it? Coming back to your question, is the bench. The coach, while he's setting up his first team, which he already understands and he has the statistics, he needs to start to think about plan B. Who do I remove? When I remove Ndidi, if he's tired, he's tired.
Yeah.
Manage, that's when they talk about not coach. Maybe that's because we are using coach. He needs to be a coach and a manager. Manage the players. You know who can play. There's no reason why you keep Osimhen. Once he plays 90 minutes, then you know that either you are coming to get him 45 minutes the next game, or you will not start and let him come in if we need goal. Sometimes you have to know that those are the decisions that the technical team have to start making to plan for this tournament if you want to go all the way to the end of it to win it. That's the truth. And those are the problems. Our biggest problem, and I agree with the last speaker, is the midfield. I don't know why we don't have solid midfielders anymore that can really control the game. And looking at some other teams, just looking at Ivory Coast in my head now, I'm looking at Ivory Coast, I'm looking at Senegal, I'm looking at those midfield, even Morocco. You know, those kind of things. Even when Morocco played well in World Cup, you could see what Amrabat was doing.
Yeah.
Running around and running everywhere as if he was on something else. You know, and that's something that I don't think we have any of those kind of players, you know, that can run and still not collect card. Not like you just jump in tackle, and the Nnadi guy is maybe 83%, 83% tackles won, and maybe his area, maybe 83%, I think it's 80% or something, and then his area duel is also about 80-something%, which is, to be fair, in terms of percentage, is fair enough. You know, for a defensive midfielder. I also agree that the Usman guy should not be there. And the reason why I am happy with Eric Chelle with the new person is, if you look at the trend, I don't know if Mr. Austin are thinking about that, is the age of those guys. And sometimes we already need to start planning for the future. So there's no point having all the 30-something. You already know the first team. They are already around the same age bracket. There's no problem. There's no reason why you'll be going for major tournaments step by step. We have to start throwing in some early 20s into the team. But early 20s that can, at least, they don't have to be perfect, but that can do certain things for you the way you want them to be done. Like Benjamin Frederick. You can see that things are shaping. Benjamin Frederick is in 20s. This Ryan Alebiosu now is in the 20s. This Nnadi guy in 20s. Yeah, so we need to plan.
Those ones, you know, you can verify their age. They have good youth football experience.
Exactly, and they are playing at the top. Yeah, so that's why I think that the problem now is the coach, which is why I said it in the YouTube that what percentage of influence does he have over these players he has selected? Because it feels to me like I keep asking myself, why will you bring certain people to the camp and we'll play games that is obvious that maybe these guys should come in and do something, but yet you still do not use them? Onyeka is one example. Like, why you still do not use them in that midfield? Even the Al-Hassan said that Ndidi is tired. Just put him inside. Say, let him come and start running and let him tackle in that game. Why?
Exactly. So that is what we're saying, that coaching is very, very important. You know, because if the coaches that don't believe in you, it's like Ademola Aboderi, and I like this comment, says happy with the new midfielders inclusion. Hopefully they will be able to strengthen our midfield.
Yeah, we need to try something new.
We are happy about the new midfielders inclusion, but we have a Raphael Onyeka that has not played under Eric Chelle. We have Alassane Yusuf that has not played under Eric Chelle. Yeah, Alassane Yusuf now is not in this team, but we have cases of players who haven't really, played with the team, and that's a big problem. It needs to believe.
Can I throw a twist, Mr. Austin, to your last statement? We keep talking about Raphael Onyeka. Which of the last set of games have we played that we thought that we needed him? The games we've played we have been in two different positions. Position one, in fact, the most common position we have always been in is we are defending a goal. We have never really played a game where we are leading by a huge margin and we are comfortable in the midfield to bring him in to stabilize and pass on. We have been in all the times, this World Cup qualifiers, and even this last ones we played.
Is that why you should bring somebody and challenge him?
I don't think his profile. The point is that his profile would not help it at that point, because I don't think he's not a good marker. We want to control the game, which means you need midfielders that can either tackle, hold your midfield for you, He's not going to do that. I just watched the Arsenal game. He was basically just running. He couldn't put any tackle in. And then the game they played,
when he played
but that
against
was different.
Barcelona,
The game before that, you know that IoT said something. And if you want, maybe people that have been talking about him, go and watch it. Everybody has their strength. He's not a typical tackler, interceptor of ball, like intercept passes, block passing lanes, and stop the ball from connecting to the striker in the midfield. He's not that type of defender. Midfielder rather. He's not also a kind of person that you will expect that a player is on the ball. He will chase the person to the very point where that person will be uncomfortable with the ball and collect the ball from them. The way all those N'Golo Kante, all those like midfielders like that. The games we needed somebody that will shore up the defense line, cut the passing, prevent us from conceding a goal. So with the coach bring him in that situation, it's not like we're leading 3-0 or 2-0 up and we needed to control the game and we lock up the game. That's maybe when you want to bring him to pass the ball, exchange passes, then launch a ball for a counter because we are comfortable. All the games has always been like our mouth in our hands like this, shaking, because it's almost like a challenge. Even the last, except for the Benin game, which is why I was like, maybe. But then that Benin game as well, we needed more goals. Do you understand my point there? Because so we've never really been in a comfortable situation to bring him in. Maybe Afcon, we win our first 2 games, and then the last game is almost like the previous one too. It's almost like the previous one we even needed to win that game. But let's say the last one is now going to be against maybe a little bit like we can play with it a bit. Maybe we can then use him at that point. But what I felt Eric Chelle is trying to address, which I think maybe he has addressed, but I don't know if the players are the best companies. He needed to find somebody that when we take out Ndidi and do the exact work Ndidi is doing.
All right. Fantastic. Welcome.
You have to go now.
I saw you entering and leaving. Your camera was off, but I'm glad you finally made it here. Are you excited about this list?
My only concern, why Okoye is not there.
Okoye said he wants to focus on club football. We go for Sam.
We'll not go for Sam, you can only use what you have.
That's right.
Maybe this is the best we have now. But the only problem I have, the only place I have a problem, I say our scouting team, are they not working or the NFF is not working? What happened to Kayode? Kayode is ready to play for Nigeria. Why can't I approach him?
You can't say he's ready. You cannot say he's ready. Do you know if they've been talking to him? Not be all of them. You know how we beg Eze. Eze at some point even visited Super Eagles campus, stayed with the players. If you can't force these players, particularly these young guys, and they see the nonsense that we are doing with our football management and administration. Maoga, just last 2 weeks, your players were protesting about unpaid allowances. You think these players don't see it? That's the problem. We need to fix our football. Let our football look admirable for these guys to come.
Well, I will not fault the coach. The coach, he used what he has on the ground. Let's just say that we have missed out the World Cup. I will say that we'll use this Afcon. Let's use this Afcon. Maybe we're starting. This is maybe even though we don't do well, but which I believe that we will do well. I believe in the coach. But can we start from this Afcon? Maybe start working, start doing things right. You understand me? You understand what I'm saying? But my problem is NFF. That is my problem. My problem is NFF. Hello, are you there?
I'm hearing you. I'm seeing you. Why is the NFF your problem?
Why the NFF is the problem is that I say that do we have a program? After this Afcon now, what will happen? Do you have that continuity? Do we have it?
No.
We don't have it. You understand me? We that live in this Western world, you can see they have program. Do we have program? Can we use this? Can we use this Afcon to start preparing ourselves for the next World Cup? Can we do that? No. The answer is no. I pray. Well, the only thing I can say is that we use what we have. Let's pray that we'll have a good, like the last Afcon. Nobody really give us a chance. But before we know it, we'll make it to the final. Let's hope so. And I hear somebody complain Ajayi. I don't know what Ajayi is doing in that list. That is my problem. Ajayi don't have any business with the Super 8.
Right why now? Why are you guys saying this? He has in good English football experience. Why would you say you don't have anything to do in the team?
I don't trust Ajayi. Me, I don't trust Ajayi. I believe maybe Chigozie can come in. But I don't think the coach will even use Chigozie. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? But the only thing
if you've been using Ajayi with Calvin Bassey, why would you now want to disrupt it and bring somebody that he might what's the name? Calvin Bassey might need to learn their style of. This football of a team is about blending.
Yes.
Particularly with defenders, the more you people have played together, the better understanding you have. So I don't know. I might understand why you guys have doubts about Ajayi. I also said it clearly. I think he's slow, but he's intelligent, and every now and then he can actually give you those. He can win those area duels because of his height, and he can also pop in and give you a header. He gave us his confidence against Lesotho.
One thing you know that football have changed. Africa is no more the Africa we used to know. Everybody's wise. All the whole team. No underdog in African football now. You can see. But let's just say, as I always say, we use what we have. But why? I want to ask one question. Why there's no home-based player in this list?
What is the state of your league that you'll be having home-based players? What's the state of the league? Don't you see the league? I cover the league. I can tell you that authoritatively, I promote the league. The standard is poor. We are not using, league football back home in Nigeria is just to play football. When all the clubs are state-owned, we don't position it for anything professionalism. Do you not see the other day canopy pillars and this thing? Don't you see the state of the infrastructure?
Well, the problem is that I don't even follow Nigerian football. I don't even follow it.
You shouldn't be wondering why there's no. First thing first, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't, subscribe. Turn on notification. I do what I call the MPFL is beautiful. So every match day, I analyze what's happened in the league. So you're going to know the league. I think that's the first step towards developing our football. Those of us who follow the league should be able to know, those of us who follow our national team football. See the 80s. How many people were playing abroad when we won Afcon? How many? See the 90s. Even if some of the players that were playing abroad were in that team, they were almost of the same standard with the guys playing in the league in Nigeria. See that time. See the guys who were abroad, Efan Koku, all these Western-born kids that time. They couldn't even make the team. Efan Koku struggled. It was a substitute. When Abe George came, struggled like this to enter team. Osaze, everybody was thinking Osaze played for Pendel Insurance. But now, look at the bulk of our team. There are people, you say, why can't we get Kayode now? So if you say, why can't we get Kayode and your NFF, they know this, you think they will ever develop your league back home? They will not, because they will easily go and get ready-made players, and so they will never work to improve the league at all. And my brother, I hope say say all these foreign ball players that they carry come, they just bring them up their quality. Business they inside them.
I know.
Uh-huh.
That is what me and my friend were discussing this afternoon. Nigerian football, I can even remember Nigerian football is something else. It's not something to write, but I believe the only thing that make us to the only thing that make us proud in Africa is our football. That is the only thing. That's the only thing that we are proud of. We are Nigeria. That's the only way. That's the only way I can tell. I'm a Nigerian because of our football, because of our players that play in Europe. You know, so that is it. But well, let's just pray for good Afcon. That is the only thing, and support the coach. Support the
Yeah.
coach. But
Awesome.
again, I'm seeing, I'm hearing, or I'm reading in the net. The NFF is owing the coach. When the environment is not conducive for the coach, how can you work good? That is one thing I'm saying. That's one thing I'm saying. They are owing the coach. I'm here. I'm seeing it in the news. They're owing the coach.
But it's only the coach that can come out and verify that information. And I have said it. If he's now not comfortable with that situation, give your employer a handshake and go and get another job. So if the man is not complaining and the media, they are carrying that, maybe he has told somebody and another person told someone in the media. But look, I am very big on verification. If the whole media lie, let them carry that they've not paid Eric Shell. If Eric Shell has not said it, I will not say it.
Let's hope we'll have good Afcon. Let's support the man.
My brother, thank you. I appreciate your time. Where are you based? Where are you based?
I'm based in Caribbean.
Caribbean?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, wow. Nice. That's a beautiful country. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, subscribe to the YouTube channel, first thing first, and turn on notifications so you get to know about Nigerian football, because I do that 100%. So you know what's going on back home. Thank you so much for your time.
And you too. Bye.
I appreciate you. All right, bye. Thank you so much. Okay, let me just read some comments and then we'll wrap this up. Shout out to everyone contributing to the live stream. Guys, we're going 3 hours already. 3 hours, 2 minutes. Can you believe it? Okay, Dada, only thank you for your comments. Watch out for Usman Muhammed. It will stabilize our midfield. You sure? Really? I'm really looking forward to that. He's even going to have playing time. Well, we'll see. Shout out. Thank you. Abumi, Salim Fago could not make these Flying Eagles that went to the World Cup. How come he made this team? Politicians at work. Mr. Daniel, did you mention Kelechi? I already did, man, where you cracked me up. That's his list. That's his list. Tony Ogona. Tochukwu Nnadi is a good footballer. Yeah, your T also said the same thing. Let's wish him well. Usman Muhammed can solve the midfield issue. Okay, we'll see. Tochukwu Nnadi can do that. Like that you guys trust, you believe in the team. Ayuba, thanks so much. Our problem is not the coach, but the cadre system. We don't have anyone currently who can transition to the midfield from under 20 to under 20 because they did badly in the competition they played. I agree. Transition is important. Check when our football was doing well from the 90s to the early 2000s. We always had players who came from under 17 to under 20 and then the Super Eagles. The last time we had junior players transit into the senior men's national team was 2015. Then Victor Osimhen and Samuel Chukwueze said, since then we haven't had any breakthrough. So that is a very big problem. Big problem. I agree, Ayuba. Guys, let's pause. I need 10 persons to like this video on YouTube, 10 persons to subscribe and tell me I have subscribed. I'm going to put it on the screen. 10 persons to say I've subscribed. TikTok, what's going on, my guys? Thanks so much for rocking and rolling with me. I see you, Ajayi, my man. Thanks so much for joining. TikTok, guys, we need to like it. We need to get the page active. Otherwise, it's going to go off. You know how it is with TikTok. Let's get the page. Let's get the likes. Let's pump the likes to about 6,000. YouTube, I need you guys to like the video and subscribe to the channel. don't just subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. I'm off to Morocco on the 21st for the Afcon. So you don't want to miss any of the action. I'll be bringing you interviews, training from the Super Eagles camp, not just Super Eagles camp, all the guys in Group C. It should be fun. It should be fun. So subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on notifications. Shout out to everyone dropping comments. That's why I appreciate you guys by reading your comments. So let's keep it going. Bumi, Usman is the missing link in the middle. Bumi, you have to tell us what we don't know about Usman Muhammed. It's like you know him so well. I like that you guys have confidence in this team. You know, Waje Smart on Facebook, thank you so much. Forget it. Morocco is winning this Nations Cup. Nigerian team should have included more fresh, younger guys. But African football is big on experience, so it's big on experience. So it's not be by younger guys, though. African football. Daniel, are you ready? Let me just get you to wrap up on your points, then I'll conclude. Okay, Daniel. Hello? Okay, okay, Daniel can't hear me, so let me wrap that up with him. Okay, let's go with the loads of messages in here. Peter, actually, Rafael Onyeka has never been used by previous coaches except Finidi that used him once. He's not fit for national team. That's the bitter truth. Come on, Peter. Come on. How can you say this? How can you say this? Rafael Onyeka not fit for national team? No, nah. No. I respect your opinion, but you can't say it. Arguably the best midfielder we have. Now, I say with this my full big chest. The kind of Champions League football experience that Rafael Onyeka has. Started with Club Brugge, played against Man City, played against Barcelona, scored goals. Plays week in, week out. Come on, guys. Come on. Nah. What are you talking about? Not fit for national team. There's no truth in there, bro. I disagree. I just hope the coach won't be too offensive. We need to block the midfield and be defensive, then rely on our strikers to take their chances. So Eric Shell is big on what are we doing when we don't have the ball. I think that is his game philosophy. What are we doing when we don't have the ball? So that you keep the formation, you stay in line so that when you have the ball, you can easily plug back to your system to attack. I think that's the switch that the team needs to learn. And if you check that game against Benin Republic and Gabon, we saw a bit of it. It helps with their pressing play. Check the goal that Akwa Adams scored against Gabon, that first goal. You can tell that they stayed with the system when they were not with the ball. And it was the press from Moses Simon that now forced that defender to play rubbish. And people might think that it was a gift. No. It wasn't a gift. Check where Akwa Adams ran from and got that ball. And it was just how he was in the system that he was able to take out the goalkeeper and scored. So it's very important. No matter the kind of defensive play you do, when you're doing the pressing play, how you guys lined up when you don't have the ball, very, very important. I suppose enter training. I suppose enter coaching. My team will do well. What do you guys think? I need 10 people to like this video on YouTube. 10. I'm seeing the numbers, but you guys are not liking the video. You are dropping comments, but like the video. You need to like the video. If possible, share it. Let's keep the algorithm busy so I can keep talking to you. Dada Oni, you said you don't trust Ajayi, but trust OKON that has scored more own goals than any player in Nigeria. Does that now make him a bad defender? No, but I wouldn't say we don't trust Ajayi. We only said he's slow. He can be slow, but we didn't call him a bad player. Ajayi is the best defender after passing the team. There's no other defender better than him, not even OKON. Ajayi stabilized the back three under Pizarro. He's a silent worker. Point to Dubai. Well done. That's a point. David. Super Eagles is an average team. We cannot make it to the final, maybe quarter final. We'll see. We'll see. Dadaoni. Just forgive him that the producer of this program, please don't bring people who don't know football or who have the knowledge in our local league. A lot of people don't have knowledge of the local league. That is why I'm taking my time. People are just big on European football, and I don't blame them. Betting is also part of the reason. And the visibility. European league is in their faces. So guys, again, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to know what's going on in the Nigeria Premier Football League. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I give you weekly, not even weekly, anything that is big happening there, I give it to you. That only have liked and subscribed. Thank you so much. So I want 10. That only is 1. I want 10 I've liked and subscribed. 10. That only is 1. Oben Chinedu, thank you so much. I have subscribed, my brother. Good. Thank you. That's 2. Ogari, my guy, you don't show. Ogari will be here for 3 hours. You're late today. We've always been here. Daniel said we'll go far. So it's only 2 persons. I want 8 more people to say, I have liked the video and I've subscribed. 8 more persons. So I have just 2 now. I have 2. 8 persons to say, I have liked and subscribed on YouTube. On YouTube, I see the comments, but we're not liking the video. And if you don't like the video, it's not going to go far. So the more you like the video, the algorithm pushes it. And if you want to share, you can do the same thing. So shout out to everyone that have been here with me since we started. 3 hours now. What are we doing? All right, yeah, it's sports, entertainment, and so much more. I've been taking a look at the Super Eagles 2025 Afcon squad. So the squad, yeah. Coach Eric Shell, he has released the team that will, represent Nigeria at the competition that is kicking off in 10 days. Let me see, I'm trying to give me a minute. So yeah, Coach Eric Shell has released Nigeria's squad for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. This is the 35th edition. Morocco is hosting. Nigeria trying to, see if they can win it, but it's going to be really tough. Particularly, the mentality of the team is important. They didn't qualify for the World Cup, so we have the squad list now. Just in case you just joining, let me show you. In case you missed it, that's it right there. We have 5 new players making the squad to the Afcon. 5 new players. From the defenders to the midfielders and the forwards, we have new players. A new face in the defense line is Ryan Alebiosu. He plays for Blackburn in the Championship right here in England. He's with the team. Midfielders, I play for Pisa, Ebenezer Akinsanmiro right there, making the list. Tochukwu Nnadi also making the list for the Afcon. We have Salim Fago right there. And of course, Muhammed, Usman. And he's not has come with loads of criticism. Other persons say it's a breath of fresh air. Some people believe he will make a change to the team and all of that. So we'll see. The Afcon will kick off on the 20th of December this year and run till the 18th of January 2026. Nigeria will play in Group C alongside Tunisia, the Carthage Eagles, the Cranes of Uganda, and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. So this will be a big test for Coach Eric Sékou Chelle and his Super Eagles team, particularly that they're under pressure to, impress. Thank you so much to everyone confirming that they've liked and subscribed. Peter, is this video I'm talking about? You need to like this video. So even if you subscribe, if you're watching the video, you need to like like the video. Let me just take some more comments. So that's the list, just in case you haven't seen it before. It's important to show you. And these are the 5 newbies, the new kids on the block. The highlighted guy that took most of the space is Ebenezer Akinsanmiro. And I had to highlight Ebenezer because you guys will say, we need Ebenezer in the team. Ebenezer is a good midfielder. Ebenezer can make a difference. Ebenezer this, Ebenezer that. Ebenezer is in the team. The guy right on top, beside Ebenezer, is the Salim Fago Lawal guy. And everybody has been saying, oh, how can he make the squad? And there's no Philip Otele, but hey, he's in the squad. The guy who is in the middle is Mohammed Usman, midfielder has been called into the team, plays his football in Israel. He was part of Nigeria's team that went to the Rio 2016 Olympics. Yes. And I showed you a video that gave Mohamed Usman a viral moment in 2018 when Nigeria played Atletico Madrid in a friendly match and he created magic. I'll show you again before we leave. Right under Mohamed Usman is Ryan Alebiosu. Yeah, I told you he plays his football right here in England with Blackburn. And of course, the guy that is right under Ebenezer is Nnadi. There you go. He plays his football in Croatia. Those are the 5 new guys making the Super Eagles squad. So what do you think, guys? Are you confident that this team can go on to create magic? Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone that have subscribed and liked this video. I appreciate you. I'll just read those comments. Daniel Abanam says, I don't subscribe long time ago. Thanks so much. Daniel, I liked it already. Guys, don't forget, like the video. Henry, have you liked the video? People should stop talking down on our team. Pray for them to be mentally sound for the African Nations Cup. These boys are human, and what's going on is not their doing. We just pray they get it right. But bro, faith without work is dead. You can't just keep praying. We need to show workings. Morocco is showing workings. Algeria is showing workings. Senegal is showing workings. Even small Comoros, they're showing working. The craze of Uganda, they're showing. See, Uganda, they've been in Morocco for 5 days now. 10 days to tournament. Nigeria is releasing squad lists. It's what you sow, you reap, my brother. So we too, we must be doing the right thing. Peter Kerodolu, I've liked and subscribed since. Thank you so much. Ogachinendo, I believe we will do well. Just watch out for Nigeria. Okay. Timothy just echoed what I said. Baba, leave prayers. Exactly. I liked and subscribed. Ogachinendo, thank you so much. I like it when I see that. I liked and subscribed. Thank you so much. Timothy Akinsanmiro will perform. He needs to be on the pitch. Yeah, good player. Good player. And I'm glad he chose to play for Nigeria. Timothy, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Anybody that is just coming now, that's the first thing. You need to like the video, you need to subscribe to the channel. Let's keep it going. Daniel Austin, sir, can you come on this Saturday? I'll try. Saturday. I'm not even around on Saturday. I know I'm out on Saturday, but I'll try. Try to see if I can come. Yes, like this video, but subscription has been done since. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. It is their doing. Timothy. Who else is on the pitch? Daniel, NFF need to step up. Absolutely. Everything rises and falls on leadership, That's the core. That's the core. Administration and management, The players, their job on the pitch is just execution. But planning and organizing is the soul of every good team, That's where you build system. And we lack systems in Nigeria. That's the problem right there. So, yeah, I totally agree with you. The NFF need to step up. Absolutely. You guys will not let me go now. You are dropping audio comments. Nemeka, have you liked this video? We need to like the video. Very, very important. And then subscribe to the channel. We're not using players from Israel. Why people criticize players moving to Saudi Arabia? They will not play for the Super Eagles. Which league is better, Saudi Arabia or Israel? SA not comparable. look, I think class is permanent. All this, where does this one play and the rest, just come and show working. Guys, 2018, when our football was struggling under Genotro, it was the players from China that made the difference. Mikel Obi was playing in China then, or Johnny Halo was playing in China. That Chinese league then that we all criticized. But they were the ones who would come to the team and perform. Have you guys forgotten? So it's the class is permanent. Leave the league. Just show that you can play football. All this noise you are making about Osimhen. You think if he's not performing, people will not start saying when he's playing in Galatasaray, where he's stocky. That's when we will now be saying that he should be playing in England or Spain or Italy or France. But the man is playing in Turkey and he's showing us mad form. That's what matters. Yeah. Timothy, what's the news on Okoye? Why was he dropped? I'm hearing his club kept him since he was going to be warming the bench. The club can't keep him. He was the one who said he wants to concentrate. But you can't come to the national team where you are not a first choice goalkeeper and be telling them that no. You have to come and prove that you can actually be the first choice goalkeeper. So the time that he got his chance, did he use it? Yeah, so thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for your time on the show tonight. I'm going to take this one from Daniel. Ebenezer need to come off the bench and study the team. He'll be the next Mikel Obi. Okay. I'll be watching. I'll be right here. Thank you so much, guys. Always a delight. Always a delight. Austin, if any player gets injured for the tournament, can the player still be called up from the former list? Yeah, it depends. It depends on the timing. It happens that when I think they can talk to CAF. They can write a letter. I think under that condition, if it's injury before the competition starts, you can bring in somebody. But that is why sometimes it's also good to have players on standby and you inform CAF, but we don't have that. Since South Africa, they call their fullies and kept 3 players on standby. They keep changing the rules, so I don't know. Okay, that's about it. Thank you to the about 250 persons that came on this live stream, and then you guys contributed to it. You made it fun. Talking about the Super Eagles squad for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. We've been asking for it. Where is the list, NFL? Where is the list? What's going on? Finally, the Nigeria Football Federation and Sékou Chelle, they released the list today. And I said it right there. I told you guys on YouTube, I tagged the 2025 Super Eagles Afcon list unveiled. No Okoye, Boniface, Uche, Akinsanmiro, Alebiosu in, and then TikTok said it straight up. Super Eagles 2025 squad unveiled. And we've been having that conversation, and you guys did a great job breaking down the 28 players invited for this crucial mission. Can the Super Eagles go on to win the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations? Let's start by letting me know if this is a solid team, and quite a number of you guys believe it's a solid team. So I'm going with you guys, faith, belief, confidence. You guys are proudly Nigeria. Thank you. You know what? Because of the love you guys showed me today, I'm going to come back tomorrow. Yes, I'll come back tomorrow. We have some more conversation as regards the list. I know we also have, updates from the Maduka Okoye situation. And then we'll have a look at most of these guys that can actually make a difference. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much because you guys actually make this thing fun. Each time I come here and talk about it. Chris Santos, Uche should have been included. We talked about it. Next time, join the live stream on time. We'll be talking for 3 hours, 25 minutes. Guys, I need to go catch sleep. I'll see you guys around again. That's what's up. Nigeria's Afcon squad unveiled. We now know the players that will execute the mission Let's keep the conversation going in the comment section. Is this a solid team? Can the Super Eagles win the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations? That's the call to action. I'll see you guys around again. That's it.